Yama obibia chi ema obibia akwaba. Anopa Bosuo is airborne. Yes, as 7 there. King the double K Kalusha. Mena mabetema mo Oppo National. Oppo National. Say the end debiano. Yebeko agopa maso. Na yakufa agopa mansem debi yebe word of motivation. Na fe yakufa word no. If you word na fe yatiesimu ewo agopa maso. Na fe yede political talks no abam. And aha ebe huru. Aha beshi. Aha ebe de. Pacho o comments no fabra Facebook. O like here, no love, no comment, no share. Now o love now like now share no. Na fe I didn't konenim, ne konenim. Now so why a part of the success story of Unity Radio. Mede any King Kalusha. Jumedie go for my song I say omode ebre no. A rich way. Asamas Olubabrain Ash Pharmacy Venom Women's Health Center Rashida Financial Services Danco Africa Market Coco Secretary Services Anochi Trading and Anabiam Bagbin Shop Omota echi ema edijumedie ya bawo na fe edunu baako na de obia djumedie odi ewo djumedie so no ye de bebro amo wahu na bibia tumi akonkan manyu en afide ni fe ahaya Unity Radio. The voice on the console right now is King Kalusha. Say o won wahu ye bebo djuma na ma bibia tumi akọ enkan ama na so tumi hu de ekoso o ye manga nanum wadwenkyere madwenkyere bibia betumi ama bibia tumi akoso enti twen man you afide na mfi ase ya basisi a na ya bebeto adwumadi ni so. Sensem ebi across Ghana. And that my shepherd German, a hoya yompo MPB. I say Serwaa Broni. Why is Serwaa Broni no? Nina Yadbeba ama what TV. I find number one. As so and Kaka Copium said number one. Young Cochino, none and I from Yunubi until number one home so and Yadbeba has a video so. Bawumia coalition of the party, coalition of political parties. Almost all the assembly about between almost say Bawumia lecture now Koko man was University no or for the future gains or no the political ambition come friends 2024. Or see on one political ambition to come 2024 until no lecture no. Comment or say coffee aqua. On the whole sense, the coalition of political parties.
I think so started technical hitch. You see now Casanema. You people could only hear a new man now. No monte you have to maybe go back and start all over.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I say? My baby, my baby, yeah, now baby to me, Ako and Kaina, yeah, the Jumediano Asahaba. Now the air can say, Debbie, I said, see, no, and a part to no, yeah, the word of motivation, and the edicine, the word of motivation now, fee, you call weather reports. If you are reporter, now for your call sports. If you sports now for near TSMU or political discussions, you know, now for segment, and so I be a part of the show. And see, and they are my for no team. Yeah, so no, did you any baby so now for your mom who the echo so Ghana and your man and seven how no my sequel. It's even if you didn't fear a high Unity Radio 103.9. You must synopsis of what is happening in the political dispensation and a political landscape of Ghana. MP be echo parliament by Sebejum and Anopa. No quiet no and our cobo ababa webidi ababa Serwaa Broni. Your babies are say Serwaa Broni no why. Edward Bawa MP for Bongo East. Onuna okoka sa asem na parliament why ye why yompo why de. The whole SM baba. Na man for be say nam one. And crack ko say nam one. Yeah, a police for say young coaching nam one and then conform you be. Nam one who says so yeah the beba. Coalition of political parties be almost from political parties be for coalition of other political party MPP, PNC, APC, etc. But to be a fair comrade or say Kofi Aqua or say Bawumia. Yeah, Okokoye no. I was Chelsea University there. Obiaka say Okokoye at the Magana there Obwa. Wow, for your own ambitious gain. Enunti ena Okokoye da adeno. Ene tina Kofi Akwa kasa. Eno so emre bama yede ebebo. Minister for Information. What's a man for says, Mamma Canning who has a man for Keke? Bawumia some of Kokano and Tossumuno. Or say, who be here pass Ghana, a bit more abeful quantum 10 times so. na etumi di idea adwuma enti la chana Bawumia kokko and oni de to him ni de beboa papa ya de honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah so ehon sensem beba na bibia tumi akonkan MP B or MPP and MPP vice national organizer Obri Yabua or the Sembi Atuja say Bagbin and normal you know or serve some precedent bia one share Ghana amayo semna na say emra edi juduma Ghana no enkoyi ono speaker of parliament no nim say emra na edi adwuma enti ese emra no eye adwuma to the latter and also so ye de hu sensem ebeba enti afa na do afide na to ase a Unity Radio 103.9 with yours truly King Kalusha on the hot seat today. Yanchicha no mamenko na mefa omo di bedi omo so yasini medi media na ebre mu fiefie no Rich Way Auto Services omo na omo ebua omo boayen Asamas Olu Barbering Shop Ash Pharmacy Veno Women's Health Center Rashida Financial Services Danko African Market Go Coast Catering Services Anochi Trading and a Nabiam Barbering Shop Say you made croy you know they be almost say saying emedi jumedi ni bro emenu do a they be back juma no juma potia omo so ya se no mo ye no they be maso ati wasu gusu a otie Unity Radio pacho menyu afide ni fiase enche no meko opo national ho no the word of motivation aba na fe ya sha bibia akoso the menyu afide ni fia mane nda ya Unity Radio 103.9. So crime, I mean, call Oppong national. Na fe offer word of motivation.
Now, my be akwaba.
Memo, I check more akwaba, but you made this.
Mbacho, mejoso.
Na dia na koso.
Bibi ekoso.
Na
Mrs. Ekoso bi ekoso.
Mrs. ne King David what say?
Your mo wedding rough.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nyame adom ye ade ache ye ho wedding bi ekoso.
Word of motivation Rich Way for my basu akra na fi o the word of motivation so aso na afi that trade mediation
manti de okano
me say Rich Way
na my imagine say me help
me say Rich Way for no maso ya sini enti bo basu na fi for word of motivation to aso na ekwe afi yenko
maso ya sini kwan
almost I said the word of motivation.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we have watching. I think say nyame adom bi aho ye damo ase. Ye mamunyi na akwaba. Said the Kalusha kan no. Reach you to squad daruma and the word of motivation brema Anopa bia. Debi ameka say we need to be strong in order to serve our country Ghana. Nti as I say ye ho ye den. I say nyoma ye mai. I say inya nkranhye. As I say nya ye kodru honhom, you know. Esana yakopimwa Bible say obrego aya and we don't want to be in that obrego chemistry. Nti Anopa yi nkranhye sema ye no wo chane say abrabono kakra Martin Luther King e kan sembi or say if you cannot fly say wuntimi ntua run, because flying is the fastest way of moving. Nti if you can't fly then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. nti se wontimi ntum fa wiemu a Martin Luther King Jr. say yen kanchero say if you cannot run then you have to what? If you cannot fly first. So wontimi ntu a on say in transportation krano the fastest way by air. And to say wontimi ntu a emfa wiemu nko faster to America. So wontimi ntu America.
And if you want to car and I say train.
No, he was talking in human sense. Make can fly and yes aeroplane how they fly. Okay. What I said. In human movement. And I say if you can fly, then that will make you move faster. But if you cannot fly, then you have to walk. If you cannot walk, then you have to crawl. What I said.
Yeah.
So when to mean crawler, the all catcher and say whichever way, there have to be some sort of movement in your life. In short, or person catcher say my and static. My and stagnated. To say you are tona kujina to krubimnijina wa na air pine tontum. I say yes a river. You know, rivers move. River e move. Tabianzuno e kosa. In short, no Martin Luther King Jr. Rich way to school Adaruma. Oni say if you can't fly, run. If you can run, walk. If you can walk, crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward
and get to your destination.
Of course, because if you stop, you cannot get there. That's why I always tell people, say, Broni say, stop signs. So who do stop signs and just say quit it. Stop signs. Who driver now do maybe a stop sign when you cast a stopper? Do you stop and stop driving? You stop and then you move on. Yeah. So inti anona Martin Luther King ne oni yeche say abrabona aye bono ebi obi betumi atumrika obi betumi a fly obi be crawl but whichever way o faso no make sure so be get it to your destination. And remember and mind you in a destination into me nyepe. You see, that is why we bring unnecessary pressure on ourselves. Kalusha da V8 munti asemi sumi debim titru ni the youth in Ghana. Tesa ofa kwan bia so kukumobi koye rituals koye se. In short no, opeso o kire se ahoden e bidie chambi. But oh dear no, making sure so be do lim na waye na kama. Menjina fa akon. Se o ton tomatoes. So when you kwanya nkusko, there is no way you can have a white collar job at the office of finance ministry. Oh yeah, they want to me.
Asem kwa pache se mama nya kwadwofo. The always so ye bia no. That is it. Yeah. The always so ye bia no. Yeah. But then yes, that's how yeah. It's also ye bia na so no aye. But the bottom line is say who say oh be botai bi wo esu ni so a
if you don't have the vision and the goal, then you don't move.
Yes.
Because you move to get to something, to get to your destination. If you Ghana Nkrumah no, unim say okwa American to ko kotukana for plane no, unim say American now, but American no was specific state no, who city or town or village, our country area now of course okotana. That is why he's saying say whatever you do, menjina don't stop, move on. But then the caution here, they say, ebi mo ha, omo betumi a fly, to betumi a contem. Say, obi ha ya set foundation na mana dada. Into no your classmate, obekọ ejaw. Obi ha na ofa ye nhyehyaya ma no school no kra na nyina bekọ university. Onya adwuma da, ba wonso bi kra about time and half na san de ba school. And I'll use myself as an example. Me we start state am sa boy adwuma time and half. Enye easy. But you have to get there. Somebody will use 1.5 years, 2 years to finish 4-year college. Why? Because 24 hours on Yejuma, all he does is he lives on campus. His school fees is being paid for. By Biana Odiano, and yes, sir, it is any Pakronobe flyer. You walk or crawl and still get to your destination. And Kase, assume I see the 1.5 years a year, 4 years. 2 years a year, 4 years, and I made that mean to me, no, the circumstances are different, even though you are both going to the same destination. So he might fly, but you would have to walk or you would have to crawl. Very area and all they drew. But whichever way, Martin Luther King Jr. say, my engineer, my vision, your end vision, baby a person who drew and go any so. Says so we yanka crank or could drew home. So Benanti, so what the opportunity to fly. You 2 America crowns a bidi kanjabi. Sanity. Inti man could will be track. Because one way now you'll be tracker. You'll be disqualified from getting to the goal.
Yes.
Untimi ntumrika mforso nkotumrika. Untimi fly and kase kalusha fly timi so we fly be no. The circumstances are different in every individual's life. And that is the lesson. You should feel what Martin Luther King Jr. catch Anopa say. Some might run. If you cannot run, you walk. Some might walk. If you cannot walk, you crawl. But in whichever way and in whatever you do, you have to be moving forward. Don't get stagnated.
All right, that's a powerful message. I'm going to call Facebook now and call for a message. I'm going to and can kind of call our Pamansu, Nanko Sema, people when be to be Kosu. My boss, good morning, my people. King Kalusha on the mic. Yes, my mama, I'm on the mic now. Eric Kwachi or Hene, or say pilot captain Kalusha. I question agree to you all, Abusia, and Royal Baby Queen, Onapo Justina, Lamte, Onapo. Also, good morning, my professionals. Trust you good. By His grace, good job, wonderful, motivational message. I know this is for some omode about or Facebook. Mpacho ba no like no love it. Na be to me a conkaina. So all thoughts, no ear thoughts. Na be to me dey dwumade no. Na be to me a conkaina. To me, ama Ghana. To me afa Nkrumah pa efra na to me akoyanim.
My infant to a team for him. Maybe now I thought you were going to do it. Manu appointment.
Okay.
Or appointment and Anopa 10. But I see so we in them there.
Okay.
Or better I shall be joining. Infant to a team for him. And the sex education professor. Oh, you need to read
the therapist.
The sex therapist, right? I don't know right way now. The sex therapist, it's not here today, but he might join us later because we have up to 2:00. So
that's right.
Who knows? He might join us, but let people know say and or call medical appointment. You know, in times like this, you need to be doing medical checkups because Ghana na ya pom den checkups na dey fan serious, but I had it's important. But he might join us later part of the show.
Okay, thank you. 10 channel you bako akopa mamso na fi de akopa mamsa mensema ba na usu hu de ekoso and a Champions League matches ni bi eba so ye de home so so bro na fi when na ko akonanim e Champions League ni mu ene da Oppong na o record bi set here o record e course
there no
defenders are o assist no o was record no.
Na sisi say the world football na sound defenders assist chain even playmakers now
record
because Chelsea say you call Chelsea for instance Reece James Christ say assist chain or goals and assist on a top scorer cry
and record a call and I so quite as one player 4 player Fernando Anthony or 3 assists and mo share 3-1
o Barca no de Paul Pogba Premier League no first
and defenders Trent Arnold Liverpool Alexander 2 goals from machine now and also a record and a record that make us a
record say
so a defender or 2 goals in a game or 2 assists here
and I say I am more than
I don't know record a year pan and Joao Cancelo Manchester City and also in a game no on one defender or a 3 assists almost share 4-1 no recorder na me defenders in the corner na me the
make us say game na sound
that's right
so because how say wing backs no assist most players abubo mudin na wing backs Cancelo you talk of Trent Alexander-Arnold and Ayers so many wing backs say the game is changing. It's changing. First, then assist number 10 and number 84. Say assistant cry game, and the defenders are also scoring the game. And I think it has to do more with Pep Guardiola and Barcelona. The advent, the revolution of tiki taka, no Brazil style now. Pep fire, no. As I say, every team is learning. Obibo back 3 cry or mobile style, and then there are more in swing crosses from the lateral defenders now modern day football from wing backs so definitely
all right starting sports now sports seven number Asamas Oluba brain shop any as pharmacy and the so I saying I mean the sports segment of the show no etumdiaba and Oppo
yeah olu upeso uti a wa onim enra na joba 11 yana me ne kasa CEO ba kope uba olu a obesi uti ho kenkalusha timi yi se oyi ne headphone na bonza boy nyina da ho akokra oyi a boy nkam itunu fo wontie pani boni bi anchen no waso de de man no
na sheda nya akokra sa
but they say they were jai because mami ababa na life they say they were jai anyway big Olubuti and Bagbin hair salon brand be UT 687 Millbury Street Bagbin salon ba kope UT a wa unim ho ye fefefe baby wo ha be kwa yi etiti uti na no wi a bon sansan go ho you don't want to go through that bra big Olubuti and Bagbin hair salon ho 687 Millbury Street. I know that chance open mobile phone for frato, open SIM card, and a number for fro, open so your electric bills, open so your money transfer. Oluho, you say a one-stop shop, a whole drawer, and your man be bree, and out to me a big Olubuti and Bagbin hair salon taichi, and then you may be for. So you gun and Iba now tame and pay. Now, you gun and Iba hospital. Now to Nkrumah, they're our primary doctor, and unti you can for a ash pharmacy the amount. Say for prescriptions in for your 1067 Main Street. Say fan say web draw benum wako hospital yama prescription. Say odibefa CVS no Walgreens na nya Ghana ni a ono so be pharmacy kese. Aisha your friend Ash Pharmacy or 1067 Main Street or Boyjuma. Now what is more? Audio prescription for why the bro you deliver more free of charge. And one say and Saka will call you and tell you what time you'll be home. Yanka se brabeji. Yinim say time is very precious to you. Juma bibre ye. Tidiye be any say tenefi ebra pen. And our services are as quick and as fast as possible. Ash Pharmacy Boyjuma. Beko Ghana. Ope pania wo obiunza wo go Ghana bi mu malaria pania me for instance anytime I go I make sure I do that pania no asan jo pills ni ade ni nyina na yebi immunizations vaccinations what have you ne ope bi abra Ash Pharmacy over the counter medications Tylenol ni bi bia ope bi ato akoma busuafo ofie bi bia mesrew fa woni kire 1067 Main Street 10 Main Street babia Adom market one wa na Ash Farm so bra na be diudwa na fa onro nyina so fa ho na ENCCO we have counseling we have any form of assistance with regards to a draw ni ade bibia o Ghana ni no tekwi obetumi a chirichirim o ka cancer sabro chiribroni a wonte ase so on bia na ne brofo no so wantumi anka bra Ash Pharmacy ni nyina benya bi 508987111 508980711 na eni enua be ma Sam enkasa otayechi eni ade agudi unsam ede ebro sanso eni ade asada PCA ma aye asama trading nze de obi aginatum African stores no dawson ba wo pe ba bia enam mu nam wo fish Manucho how be catch yourself pompano fish na na asama trading any type of fish open red fish salmon croaker wan o de fish no bubodin e wona daka the whole world country are well noted for some produce the most hygienic and healthy meat in Australia. Ya punch ya ton was a master in the honey free bar. What I say, Tibras a master in never do ja, na by nam, no worry nam papa, no do ja, no dija papa, or Munina Daruma, and almost asking a man of pie to media good in some a bromo jumediso.
Opo, you better say. Yank chess and if I cassin some and Sieni, Yanko Fee, and some of copy move and say South Africa for coach a friend Hugo Bruce or say he's unhappy. Bruce came that are facing Ethiopia on November 11th at Orlando Stadium provided Black Star an undue advantage. In October, South African defeated Ethiopia 3-1 on a difficult ground in Derby Da, and Bruce wanted the Black Star to get the same treatment they did. The South Africa for coach say maybe Ghana omone Ethiopia for boy no shom 3-1 nka Ghana for so nkoko bobo na na no man to nkoso but my bibia ya dey am so mkobo no Orlando Sports Stadium money there be ma Ghana for undue advantage am to me share bobo kwa from Ethiopia no nsense ma akobepim na oko.
Is the coach okay? No, maybe he's just trying to play the mind games.
Yes,
Ghana already complained about the venue. Until Oyebibi ama Momunzo Ewiasi nyine who say South Africans so nye happy about baby Ghana ekwakobo because as some all can. Anyway, we'll come back to the discussions. But it doesn't make sense to me. Say Yanko Bono baby, South Africa Sherman said he wants Ethiopia to beat us. Yeah, Bono Ukrum. Why I know pray. In the first place, FIFA and CAF hasn't been fair to Ghana, and you are still complaining. You have the nerve to complain again. What is he talking about?
Agent Oliver Atta say Ghana for or say Ghana for pa say one more rush now mon fa abante ye feno afienya Jan omo rushing to come and play for the senior national team omo to omo boase na abante ni macho yi na bibia ntumi nkonka ye nti agent ye feno Oliver Atta ensema ono so de ababepie mu ono Ghana mampanyini Akufo-Addo eyire ya feno Rebecca ono so akoya adoye ama women's soccer bakwa komo 1.2 million Ghana ska say Ghana emano bobo no no mantumi enkoye. And the first lady Rebecca has described the launch of the first ladies females cup competition as a historic feat that ushers Ghana into a new era in terms of women football development. And if you bought President Cup, they say it's time bought First Ladies Cup. Into Numu and First Lady, I got come on 1.2 million Ghana cedi for development of Ghana football. And also says some you remember a TF4 na bibia etumi akonkan. Afe ye fi efie sensem na but my answer na be fi sensem no. Munim say enche ye ba bo match in Ethiopia and South Africa. Nti coach fair players bi say omambeboa na nsi akan nti nipa mienu a nipa omafro be ni fit again Mubarak Wakasu coach abomodin afre say omeka bobo kunu na bibia ntumi enkonkan na nkrabo from so abranti efene and the Buachi Adom no ono obon ball reading English abuchimem no one share on to meka the senior national team esan say prebi adokro no nti eno no sema edi TF4 no afei yanko here Champions League matches are course any that
Kalu, I think you forgot one major story. Coach Anemu squad yeah, that is the biggest story of the day. One share Black Stars players or tons are from I think so I don't know here para.
I'm going to share players now or invite you or more to come and play for the senior national team. No, na fee. I enter so na share Milovan players are from no. Milovan players are from money. Goalkeepers Joseph Wallacott, Swindon Town, third tie side in England. I'm quite fourth and Premiership, Championship, fourth year. Afe Lawrence Ati Ziggy, St. Gallen, Manaf Nuruddin, Oppong, Richard Atta, and Richard Atta, House of Folk, Oko defenders now, and the Yadom, Redding, on Namaka say, I'm sure, no one between Bisaka and say, a private Adokrono, Philemon Bafo, Dreams FC, Baba Rahman, Redding, Gideon Mensah, Jorodens B, Daniel Amate, Leicester City, Alexander Jeku, Streiberg, Joseph Edu, Setavigo, Jonathan Mensah, Columbus Crew, Ismail Abdul Ganiu, Kumase, Krobia, Metema, Asante Kotoko. Oko Medfeders na, Baba Idrisu, Vire Mayoka, Thomas Pate, Asna, Mubarak Wakasu, Shenshen FC, Edmond Ado, Sheriff Tiraspol, Moldova, Mohamed Kudus, Ayas Amsterdam, Daniel Kofi Chere, FC St. Pauli, Germany, Wingers, Andre Ayew, Assad SC, Jordan Ayew, Crystal Palace, Abdul Isaku, Dreams FC, Kamel Sulamana, Rene, Samuel Owusu, Al Fayha, and a strikers in the Benjamin Wachi Yadom, Beta Jerusalem, Benjamin Tete, Yeni Mataraspor, Turkey, Felix Afenya Jan, AS Roma, and a Caleb Ekuban, Genoa. And these are the 28-man squad. Coach, Afromu, obey 5 free. Na okwakobo ball no so bi pra na 3 no 5 na aka no omatuma akwakobo bi nti eno ne players a omode aba nti line up no na me dey amawo no enti efi wa yenko Champions League no results e be PM ne da ene na yenka etiefo so say ene da ye de tudwa say Coach CK Akuno the Ghana Football Association the omoko FIFA
Court of Arbitration
of Sports CAS say a common fast no among fire fasu ye into your court for scabi and no na between komo na bibi etumi akoso Man City Champions League results Man City 4 Bridge 1 RB Leipzig 2 Paris Saint-Germain 2 AC Milan and group A no AC Milan group B AC Milan 1 Porto 1 and Liverpool 2 Atletico Madrid 0 and group B no group C Borussia Dortmund that's na fie Emma Ajax akotwa mo ka me nsam mo tika no bako opo me ka kire mo say Ajax for
you were right yeah
mo ba ko shenko for afei Sporting Lisbon etra fie so share Besiktas
Dortmund you very disappointed
4 almost Sporting 4 no share mo 4 ama Besiktas no anti ka no bako kra and Real Madrid and group C no group D Real Madrid try fie share Shakhtar Donetsk e ka mienu mo tika no bako and Sheriff Tiraspol also try fie ema enter akoko show mo mensa mo tika no bako pose we catch say Sheriff from best be draw so ayi from what is only abero abeko so mpom enya de a ebetumi akoso afei yenko enkomon kitinkiti na afei menjama opo na on for discussion and aso na bibia ntumi koso yakọ rumors and gossip na Newcastle are expected to make a move for former Liverpool and Brazil midfielder Philip Coutinho with Barcelona keen to offload the 29-year-old. And only Sema Newcastle for no Australian. Manchester United plan to scout Monaco French midfielder Ario Tuchimani as they set up their search for replacement for 28-year-old star Paul Pogba. Paris Saint-Germain forward Kylian Mbappe may demand an Olympic clause be inserted into any potential contract with Real Madrid after the 20th publicly expressed his desire to represent France at Paris Games in 2024. Brazilian side Palmeiras are interested in signing Manchester United striker Edison Cavani when the Uruguayan contract ends next summer. Bayern Munich defender Nicolas Sula, but Ghana because of Sule, is considered a move to Newcastle after the Premier League club talks with the 26-year-old German representative. Opo, hey, Newcastle for Sky Adio. Villarreal manager Una Emery turned down a move to Newcastle because the club wanted a clause in his contract which would allow them to sack him if the Mavericks are relegated at the end of the season. And then Manchester City have told Leicester manager Brendan Rodgers they will be interested in him taking over from Pep Guardiola when the Spanish leave the Premier League champions. Tottenham are leading the way to sign Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic, with a Serbian open to a move to the Premier League. Barcelona are interested in signing Arsenal and Gabon striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and Manchester United Edison Cavani as the Spanish giants look for a replacement for the injured Sergio Aguero. Chelsea are considering a move for Bayern Munich winger Kingsley Coman as an exit from Bavarian looks increasingly likely for the Frenchman. Barcelona are hopeful of tying French Winger Osman Dembele down to a new 3-year contract by the end of November. Dembele, whose contract deal expires next summer, is said to have agreed a pay cut. Everything are considered a move for Ray Mayoka and Ghana midfield Idrisu Baba in January. Wolves plan to accelerate talks with RB Elizabeth to 25-year-old South Korean striker Hwan Hee-chan loan into a permanent. The Midlands club could also revive their attempt to sign Portugal international Renato Sanchez from French club Lille. Barcelona will move for 24-year-old Tottenham midfielder Tonga Ndombele in January, but may be able to afford a loan deal for the Frenchman. Liverpool director of football Mark Edwards, a key cog in the Reds' recent success, ensuring in signing the likes of Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, could move to Paris to German side RB Leipzig in January. West Ham right back Ben Johnson is to be offered a new contract by the clubs after recently breaking into David Moyes' starting 11. Oppo, we any sensema EPP mu and come on kiti any effiesem no nti we started effiesem no Siki Akono court of arbitration no start what the Ghana FA no court
yeah
sir one in need ye na compensation as somebody man I don't know be adwuma number comedy no bosumi and so as a watch now we expect better from him. Is it the right thing for CK to do, or is it high time say Ghanaian coaches should also learn from what the CK is doing to the FA phone? Anna
Kalu, medase ya charity for nyina bi mama kwaba. I think say it's about time say Ghana for a best start na sebi yenso yebu ye ho. On say there be a tiger assassin we say we don't respect our own. Okofa Broni the Bruni deserve what the man you give him what he deserves and even more. So but as a young there oh yeah Ghanaian inti the fact that oye Ghanaian inti sika says the man no obi tinchen cry na ya says CK 25,000 or so a month, which is very very bad. But what I'm saying and it's a Sanyoma we na koswache. From Fanche, I think that we are having some little issues. Yeah, on Facebook and blepo, but I think it's stable now. Osha, Kalu, yeah, yes, how do we actually as people? We've been hurting ourselves, harming ourselves, disrespecting ourselves, envying ourselves, detracting ourselves, and I'm adjectives about no power for far too long. You know, for far too long. You know, the appointment of CK Akono, personally, I feel say it was a disaster from day one. I think that CK Akono hadn't risen through the ranks to be given the job as Black Stars head coach and to make even David Duncan CK Akono's assistant in terms of pedigree, in terms of coaching in Ghana. If you put CK Akono, any David Duncan on scaler, me Oppong National on any given day, I'll choose David Duncan over CK Akono. You know, because CK Akono got the job because Ket Ukreku is the FA boss. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Other than that, if we were looking for competent, well-trusted local coaches, we would have gotten better coaches than CK Akono. And a typical example was his assistant. David Duncan, personally, to me, Duncan didn't get the position and hasn't been getting national appointments because of Nano. Ghana, if you are somebody who can speak, who is very advocate, who is eloquent, who can speak up on issues and you don't want people to tremble upon your right and you fight, they see you as somebody onye. They rather don't see you as somebody who expresses also sentiment as a normal human being. They want you to coil into your shell and keep quiet, even when things are bad. What I say. So I personally feel, say, to begin with, the appointment was bad. But then, fast forward, what the Jumana man now I no sign a contract there. Also, so before you enter into a contract with somebody, there is an offer and acceptance. And there are breaches in the contract. The offer says, I'll pay CK Akono $25,000 a month. Before you give him that contract, you know that you can pay him. I mean, said, Mako Belgium, at Roberto Martinez, Nisika 9 months in Chai. Min TB that said Gary Southgate in England. Yeah, Deneka, and England Deneka. Mentesa Louis Van Ha, Ekofa Jumano, or come see in Chanaka. You don't hear these things from the other part of the world that Yesuya Bono, Ifrium, except Africa. I wouldn't even say Ghana, because these things happen in Nigeria and all over Africa. It went to a time when we're going to the World Cup. Togo, necessarily a part Togo for to come to the World Cup, African Cup of Nations as well. Cameroon had to be pleaded to come and participate in the tournament. Sanyama we cost, but back to your country, no Kalusha. Me first Nanka ketukra kubano. People like myself, Oppong National, I may expect total renaissance. Our Ghana Football Association. Say nyoma na ekoso wo hwa na yesi enye during kwesi nyantechi time no. Those things were going to change and change for good. But getting worse by the day. Into more, my question is a Ghana Football Association. If Kumasi Asante Kotoko is not paying their coach, House of Folk is not paying their coach, and they bring an issue or any of the coaches complain to the association,
what are you going to do?
Would they have even the moral justification to discipline the clubs?
Yes.
Because you want our mother association now clubs in Shawasia, regulations now the year Jumano. You can't even pay your national team coaches.
That's right.
And I think it's bad. So Siki Akono taking Ghana Football Association to Court of Arbitration for Sport over unpaid wages. I personally believe that it's a step in the right direction. If it was in my shoes, I would do same. Because I'm a Juma no me ye. And I will say only me Juma biem. Only me Juma biem fine. Dear me due and sana mekono. Look at how these teams in Europe do it. Your friend is saying David Moyes, Manchester United kicked him out. They paid him. Chelsea, how many times near unim coaches go and Google and find out how many monies in compensation at Chelsea in Kwetria. We had to pay Antonio Conte. We had to pay
Espirito Santos.
They are paying him. Yeah. You know, that is how it goes. We cried there. We share the case now. Siki Akono say Omodeneka. About 7 months or saying what I say now. According to reporting, he is seeking $300,000 in damages, $350,000 as salary arrears, and a $50,000 as signing on fee. Until now, mass here said $350,000, right? Or Osiki $300,000, and also pay $350,000. So that is in itself $650,000, right? And also pay $50,000.
$700,000.
Yeah, until Kikaboma or pay $700,000. Ghana. And I was listening to people this morning say GMF should better call CK and then talk to him to withdraw the case, because Court of Arbitration for Sports, what's good is that they will not look at you as the mother association. They will look at the merit of the case, and they will judge if Ghana has defaulted indeed, as we know we have. They will judge the case against us. And to cough out $700,000 at this time, I think it's too much of a money for Ghana. I mean, he can take off the damages, no. What I say? Me feel says so. We in the ground no mukase CK. Inti we dey do kase is scanning na 350 plus 50 400, because also signing on fee 50,000 come and find day. I'm farmer. So 400,000, and then you save the nation 300,000. Other than that, Court of Arbitration for Sports in your rulia, you have to pay. If you don't pay, Ghana will receive a sanction.
No problem. I mean, why did you say Oman Bonise or Ghana ni na Oma Sakina? Or the 300 they check effing.
No, what I'm saying is no, so he's seeking damages.
Damages, yeah. So
if we paid him, because I listened to a couple of interviews that CK ne lawyers and call for BI. If see they started they started asking for their monies. Only Duncan, show if we had paid them, maybe Ghana to get $400,000 CK cash, check in easy. That can even calm you down. What I say? A bit me, oh, your mind, oh, your Ghanaian, oh, you're there, you're not a Nigerian. Into Coco, I say, Ucha, I'm going to say, Ucha, the idea to a Numanonia, Nambianya day, and we me refi Benakakra. Until the fact is, be a Milovan, Eddie Ghana, Beko Court of Arbitration for Sport, I'll bet you, or no one Adriano. Siki Akono can be cornered to some point because he's a patriotic Ghanaian. He came to serve Ghana. It made me feel, say, if the Ghana Football Association has anything to do, they must do it now.
Don't you think he said, if you know, almost financial muscles because on the right terms, you know, if you Milo, I don't think say Milo.
If they have the financial muscle, why haven't they paid him?
No, and it's on the cockpit. So be one as well. We man say one trying to carry our financial muscle. Say the consequence he can face it. Because maybe the time they are in night, you say nationalistic and everything. But in this case, in there, they also show some precedent to be more order to follow. Because we are saying the FA don't respect their own. Next time, no
what I'm saying is that, yeah, I mean that is your opinion. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that, you see, I did a Benocre can say, yes, you then there Ucha Nama, no Yanambia, Maria. Thank you very much. No Yanambia. Into my scenario say, Milovan Rajivac at the Ghana Court Ever, Echo Casa, Court of Arbitration for Sports, and he said, 700 pay. And or debate to little bit over the cost and CK. No, say depending the case. You can't just go and seek damages. That is extravagant. It depends on the contract you have. They just look at the merit of the case. The fact say, of course, here more 2 million, and they just say near more 2 million. The merit of the case. Yeah, didn't catch it, which is wrong. About 7, 8, 9 months. I see this whole year in Chanaka. We are in the 11th month, but we sacked him in the 9th month. So we owe him 9 months of 25,000 a month, right? We have to pay that. We have to pay his signing on fee. What I'm saying is, say Nasa CK case no court of arbitration for sport. Nasa assembly will merit. We don't have any option than to pay the sum. Boom, they'll give us up to some time. If we don't pay him, work up, cry, my uncle, who qualify, my uncle. We'll face sanctions. So what I'm saying is a GFA should do the needful. Try seek akono. There are some other. The complainant. If I say I have withdrawn my case, court of arbitration for sports, so what I'm saying is a GFA, in as much as say they've disrespected our own for far too long, which I earlier said, say, now me feel saying that this administration would have learned lessons from the previous administration and corrected some things that they did wrong, but it's even getting worse. So my point is, nonetheless, Ghana is our homeland. Inti CK. There were steps now we're taking on. Yes, I born in Yano Kawa, on Phoenix in your day, and Chiro. And the GFA4 will see, say, CK means business now.
First, in Libya, oh, yeah, Yenifi. Oh, your fan call.
This has nothing to do with Dampari. Dampari scoop and yes, boss. We are different. So what I'm saying is, no matter baby, I'm so Yenifi, and I say, you know, we fan call and send us a deterrent. Only a different. I just will be a born in Empire. Where this is a civil matter because I cut down in your criminal case. Or the so this is order for or the light. What the mechanic court to say, and Jim, now catch him. So okay, I'm ready to pay the money. So settle it out of court. This is your money. Come take it. I'll do it. The essence of me going to court is to get my money. So what I'm saying is that damage is now OCK in excess of $300,000 and yes, CDSO $300,000. That's what I'm saying. So to save Ghana that money, Manu, you are talking about sports that the president's wife donated money to. We need money to do. Yeah, sponsorship crowing. And so why should we sit and pay $300,000 in damages if there are routes or ways we can kind of strike a deal with CK and give him his money? Say 400,000, 350 plus 50. No, I earn the salary and then signing on final. Let's give it to him. I think if we do that, he'll be fine. If they don't and it goes to arbitration, good luck for Ghana.
Good with
let me look at the Black Stars.
Black Stars. So you for say my members, yeah, defenders are making the game more enjoyable. And Facebook, now. I say good afternoon. I see the show is very fantastic. Unity Radio, you do all. And then Gatsi Koku. Gatsi Koku.
I think his first time of joining us.
Gatsi Koku, thank you so much for reaching out and say Oppo what Black Side. Yeah, South Africa. Coach in some nothing.
Yeah, sir. Can something I related. Na me start your whole crowd. I think the South Africa coach no yama me buo for no pay. Because to be honest with you, I think the CAF and FIFA has been very unfair to Ghana. In as much as Ethiopia have the prerogative to choose where they want to play sa game no. Make me feel say it was unfair to Ghana because South Africa and Ghana and pray they only take it in that group. South Africa any more match. Na Ethiopia for so moon to me more omo ball no omo home because the sanctions are too omo so. Ye nya baby amfa ma omo so omo kobo omo ball say South Africa for na ye ni omo pre no. Omo krom ho and a Ghana kobo. When the referees and all these people arrive, who is going to welcome them? Even though Ethiopian officials are there, you can't tell me say South Africans wouldn't have access to them. The hotels everywhere they'll be sleeping, and we know what can happen in the African game. And now about what the Anas video has done to African referees and the mentality they have when they are coming to officiate our games. You know, so you have to bring all these things into play, which is why Anami personally also the view saying GFA should have pressed harder to fight and make sure saying at least just like you were talking about Eritrea, all other countries, Ethiopia, we could have gone there to play the game. So, but they decided to come to South Africa. Now, you new option because you match, home match. Now, fast forward, you have Kasamintia also say, oh, maybe Yama a disadvantage South Africa. Now then, Uncle Pevenua, Yavan Ethiopian Shana why won't me measure Ghana or Ghana non-qualify? If you want to qualify, you have the advantage. You know South Africa have the advantage over us. Come to Ghana and beat us and qualify. Oh, you've been given this great advantage because an American South Africa full scatching. What I say? Almost scatching. Yes, I'm a bobo Ethiopia. Echusu Mukrumi Bobo no referees no so say tuntum referees. They are Senegal for the bedi and South Africa. We are Cameroonian referees. Tuntum referees they are misrom cracha and soro for no. What I say? Omo beji says here masa. Omo beji tuntum referees no. Na nas video na actually North African referees saying. Maybe so. Tuntum referees beji says here. So that alone put some fear in me going into South Africa to play Ethiopia, and then you coach us as already bejna baby on no what is he talking about? And on can't say Yama South Africa place ma Ethiopia no when I think said like just like I said, I think that he's just trying to take Ghana's mind off. Sa pain nice and Kenya says still FIFA ne CAF I insist for us to go there and play the game because I will share I think that it doesn't make sense. Nyansa Sebio, Nyansa be a nimu mame to me. So we played in a bad pitch and had to grind out the results. When I saw that the pitch for the first time, I asked myself how they got the approval from FIFA. We worked hard to get the 3 points, and I expected Ghana to do the same. So what he's saying is Ethiopia for pitch no, into almost South Africa call no break because pitch no ye. Na ye di South Africa Orlando to be precise ne die pitch ne ye. Into Ghana beba be show na Ghana nya easy 3 points. This coach is it's just trying to play mind games so that Ethiopia will be hard on us and possibly give us a game of our lives. But I think that Ghana should be more focused, Kalu, aside that, because whether we like it or not, Ethiopia, South Africa, sorry, in the Mekan the Lions Den, our enemy's territory. And Ghana should be prepared mentally.
The view says security security, you know, but that almost security, you know, almost the Ghana, you know, Ethiopia, no, I Ghana for. So almost security men and a money, you know, almost intimidate in any way. I
don't know, but African football, anything is possible. But I'm hoping CAF and FIFA, for that matter, because of the alarm Ghana raised, will be watching all these things. But let me tell you one thing: Ghana, we don't need these excuses. Going into your opponent's territory in the African game, Kalu, these are things you should expect. So I'm expecting team no say Omon Sake boys up. security be intimidate here, we be then agrono ne den. Any form, go and beat them. Because we've intimidated people in our country. Even at club level, I've been with Koroko, I've traveled with them, I've played home matches with them. You've known players, yes, sometimes compromise referees, and we still lose games. The most important thing in China make us about the mentality of the team. And not as a players, no coach, no ne almost psychologists, ne moral, from motivational, whatever. They have to psych the boys. That's what we need. Kopak and so men shine chen. Hey, we training here to so bomb intimidate team there. Don't even focus on the match referee. Focus and win the game, because if we don't win against Ethiopia, the South African game, it's tough. More or less, not just a World Cup in a year every month. We need to win to get ourselves the chance of beating South Africa and getting the ticket. So we have to win this game, because South Africa got the 3 points, just like they are saying. So yeah, and get 3 points now. We are getting out of the picture, or we are out of the picture. Me feel that the players should be more focused, concentrated. No game. And then looking at the Black Star squad, Milovan, Ediba, I think these are the players. The only fear now, me read the story no Minya Kakra was Thomas Taypate. They were saying he clattered into na coach Nisro Kakase Biana wanya available. But I think he's okay. Pate hasn't been lucky with injuries of late. Inti Oshe, the difference he made in our 2 games. Oshe Sanko Shabonting. So who share the face of the Black Stars now at Thomas Taypate? Not 2 ways about that. But I'm happy. Daniel Amate is in the squad, right? Yeah, so I'm happy that Amate and the likes. I don't know Jeffrey Schlupp is your friend.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting confused, because Jeffrey Schlupp is playing. He's still playing at Crystal Palace.
I don't know what is between Jeffrey Schlupp and just Effie. I don't know. But I'm saying you should doubtful Kakrai and the Boachiadom.
Yeah, getting his first call since 2017 or so. I think Boachi Yadom player Bianami Penasam, because of skill and pace, and that is what we need. Jordan, it's a little bit sluggish when it comes to national team. I saw move face team New York Modia, Bano Chuchini Pito Daneto. Do you remember the last time he scored for the national team? He's a striker now. He doesn't score goals. So
I said no more than by he's a winger.
Yeah, someone he's not producing. On your chances, he's not been so productive with the Black Stars. But I think we still need him, because see our current crop of players now, we cannot do without him. We don't have many players playing their trade at high level, especially in Europe. So Mifusa, his coming and his inclusion is essential. But I think Kayinya Richmond Boachi Yadom and I say Abdul Majid Waris, such players, the mind to fight and to score goals. Until Yamu become
Richmond about.
Tell us who pra.
And the Boachia.
Oh, and the defender. Oh, okay. Okay, Boachia. The ones on Mudinia. Honorary Richmond Boachia. So that is good. If Richmond is coming.
Richmond. So I make a better.
I mean, defenders. We have defenders. We have defenders. I don't really have a problem with Andy Boachia. The problem Ghana was is here scoring of goals. Yenimhonye. Share match a boy against they share one like San Koshe and Kofi Masanwe group in Weapon Boys, So I think coach Nani Muni 28-man squad, which will be proning down to minimum 23 to 25, 23. So Kalu, all the best for Ghana. Young court nine try Nyan Konkoshe. That is the most important thing. Young focus on that Nyan Konkoshe. No here. It's Misha. I think some of the results yesterday, UEFA Champions League. I think I'll start off with Ajax Borussia Dortmund. It was a nice game.
Olivata, or see a fellas, a Fenya Jan. We should not rush him into the Black Star. Now, if you are him.
I don't know rushing into the Black Stars. That guy, I don't know Sheriff Nana.
I know Ed Morado or Sheriff.
I know say I'm friend.
Only a from me, but Sheriff, say Moroni Bonabas say is a good.
I didn't know rational.
So you're a youngster.
Today. Sometimes I don't understand some people. You see, a team and I will host is Yano. Kalu team in you. On the first no till here. First no near was star-studded Black Stars. You were star-studded and established Black Stars. I find the team no from. How old is Sheriff for a player? No? He's also young. Team no, even from Jordan. The day you say Papa Penny Thomas Tepate is just 27 or so. Oh, so and below. The one year the day you 31, right? Jordan yes 28 to Jordan did 30 years. Jordan are you?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, Nanti Jordan need the Thomas Pate Bano. Omina Yankwada. Amate probably, but Amate Minye Shosa Amate in the Bibesa. Sisi you need some Jan, you need the Sulemuntaris, you need the Michael Essence. You need Omu Hobio. Until your players now so mobile ball, no more breach, no more yard, or bo AS Roma. Now catch me say Mayan rational. Player what me about Champions League, or Europa League. Oh AS Roma, I say Mayan rational. I didn't be now here. I don't know Sheriff Taris for player no there. Manga say Mayan rational. I think say yenya is idea no. Sani ya na other European countries na we players no. Invite the players, give them 5 minutes, lock them in.
Jordan 30 September.
Yeah, so Jordan Jordan some so about 20
the day
31
32.
Some minimum so 31.
And Obeku 32 I'm said November.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we need players. The coach did the coach invite that player? For AS Roma Mourinho player no bona baso.
And I make fellas Fenya Jam.
Inti adinti na wase man Rashomo. We are preparing for the World Cup. So if you don't bring these players on board to give them exposure and the feeling around the national team, who qualify we have from. And these 2 games are very crucial. Remember we missed out at the last World Cup. So this is a World Cup Ghana cannot miss for all the reasons. Because Manucho Ajine hotel room daho. In Qatar 2022, I'm going with Manucho, and you are going to be left alone here. And he said, "Yeah, what interest was our World Cup with Mopa?" You know, so that's why I said for all the reasons. Yeah,
the 32 December.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So good kudos to the coach, and I'm happy. Sir, you see, these are some of the things I expect Milovan to do. But equally, players need to be about third ni second division now. Going for they say Nyamiadom Ghana players need to be PPI anymore. On system. I expect Jeffrey Schlupp to be in the team. Schlupp is playing with Crystal Palace. And or Bob under Patrick Vieira. One start here, Obem. So why shouldn't we invite him? I don't know, Sebia or attitudinal problem be with the team and Obi feel say any player and TM players are they better watch out and cater for those things because Achedo those players be home merited to be in the team and we neglect them. And I think Jeffrey Schlupp is one of them.
All right, thank you. We call Facebook. Let me come one comment. Nafi Tissimo Champions League scores nearby. Agnes Asari. I say good morning, gentlemen. And I'm about to say, Uni Penina Due. Ken, you think if I had a good FA president,
if we had a good FA president,
if we had a good FA president, would we have played there or on a bad pitch? And no, but
my member, almost say, coach in say South Africa pitch ni better, but enka Kobo Ethiopia there. Enka Ethiopia pitch ni mumunye nti ono ye ne ya say bebo ball no ni South Africa because abema yen advantage because the pitch is better and we will beat the Ethiopians. No call hono. Na Ethiopia for pitch ni nye nti they have to grind out the victory. So we are not going to play on a bad pitch, but according to Hugo Bruce, no, we are rather going to benefit from the good pitch in South Africa, in Orlando to be precise. We are not going to play on a bad pitch according to the coach, rather a good pitches.
Advantage. All right,
Champions League quickly. I'm glancing through because I think your time is fast. Going. I'm in for 8 minutes. No, yeah. I think we had some interesting games yesterday. Ajax Amsterdam. Actually, me say they are the team to beat in Europe this season. Fantastic Ajax. And Rameshe. I couldn't watch Liverpool Atletico, but so obviously I couldn't watch or give my attention. But on the after CBS for no highlights and almost they put some 15 minutes extended highlights on YouTube which gave me a glimpse of what went on. But I saw your Hala guy scoring another goal.
My answer say Aquana Mekanatano. A quite fast so Matt Hummels and red card. Aquani you walk highlights. Aquani is scribbing Marty Fin, no betray man red card. You know, almost short or mona, utilize 1 man advantage, you know. No, I'm be sure 3-1.
No, but I think Ajax have proven because first leg, if Dortmund did anything extra, and I can say numerical disadvantage in the Maumulisu game where then I'll agree with you. First leg, 4-0. So they are simply a better team than Dortmund. I think that Dortmund, just like Bawumiah said yesterday, without a certain brute Haaland in the team, it's no team. Alaji Griza Bekacho said going to South Africa without Kim Fraser is not going.
Yeah.
I think that Dortmund they have it all to do, and they have to think twice about selling the boy because the repercussions now started but with his little time off now. Say Haaland they need Borussia Dortmund team now. They will suffer. They will really suffer because only a toothless. And
this season he has only played 10 games, but he has scored 13 goals.
That's what I'm saying. So it's clear, evidently clear. So they will suffer if he's not in the team. Milan, any Porto, I think AC Milan got their first point of the Champions League, which to me, and yet the Barombe fans are, and even that, they were down. Yes, and almost take 61st minute. So I expected them to go ahead and win the game, but they couldn't. AC Milan, automatically they are out of the Champions League. They can't qualify. But 1 point on Benedict, it's sad to say a team like caliber of AC Milan now my ball games 9. This is the 4th game, right? And then they have only a point to show. Very, very embarrassing. And now because Rana Lotson Jr. was talking about the fact that our players young, Frankesi and the likes. But Zlatan and young. Zlatan has seen it all in Europe, So I think that AC Milan anyade. Real Madrid Shakhtar Donetsk. Michel sa game no boy earlier. Boy 1:45 and the rest of the game started at 4. A certain Vinicius Jr. That guy, it's now living up to the entire Real Madrid Kokoton. Say initially now Real Boca Onyade, he's kept Hazard out of the team for a reason. Eden Hazard, in my heart, I'm grieving for him. I'm really grieving for him. Real Madrid they bought Shakhtar Donetsk. Eden Hazard couldn't get even a single minute of the game. So what does that tell you? But Vinicius Jr. and once again Karim Benzema and Rana Onika Manu Chukana he did the trick. He was on the score sheet. He scored a winning goal for Real Madrid. So fantastic Madrid.
I think scored brace.
Yeah, he's on the shit 2 goals no. But I think so I there because we're fighting back. Unse Madrid started Champions League on a very bad footing. Sheriff Torres Paul Minani ade be share omo home near there. Now if we say CDC kika korokran hwe anomo ntumi anyede. Unqualified, but top. They are top of the group now. After that setback, no more winning last 3. So they are on 9 points, with Inter being second with 7 points, and then Sheriff now on 6. Sheriff first took the lead by winning the first 2 games. Now Inter Real struggle, but now the big boys have taken their position, and Real on top with Inter second. I think Sheriff, whether they like it or not, they might be relegated to the Europa League. Looking at the way things are going, because with 2 more games to play, a better thing they are more. Leipzig and the PSG very disappointing. They were my team to pick up the Champions League glory this season, but so far it's not going according to plan. Game now, Leipzig were better and Omunya last minute penalty and already taker, but Osha Leipzig and they share first goal Nkunku. So Kaisa player Nkunku no share first goal and we're now doing taker and then Osai share another goal. So Wijnaldum scored a brace yesterday. I so disappointing. Mbappe, Angel Di Maria, chances almost 6 and then Rano. Uncalled for. I don't think that Mauricio, a friend saying, Pochettino, he might last long in that job. The way Anyomesi Konokinkalu, I fear for him because the team is not producing. They are very disappointing. Now City, you beat City in the first game. Now all of a sudden City is flying and you are struggling. I think that it's very. And on the last game, you see how they struggled to win last minute. You see things are not clicking. Manchester City, no surprise, beating Club Brugge. I think Club Brugge gave them a good run. It got to a point it was 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. So, I mean, it was a predictable win for City. So, not too worries about that. Dortmund, Ajax, I've already commented. Sporting Lisbon did a great job beating Besiktas 4-0. They are struggling, but I think Sporting took their home advantage and did their job. Inter Milan and Abreki Sheriff. Dominance. They had won 2 games prior to playing Inter Milan in the 3rd game of the group, and I'm sure reverse feature home 3-1. So Sheriff, they are now looking very, very, very gloomy with regards to qualifying from the group stages. Then last game, I'm sure Liverpool Atletico Madrid. I think it was an interesting game. Liverpool did what they did in Metropolitano, scoring 2 quick early goals to unsettle Atletico Madrid. But I think Atletico Madrid grew into the game, scored a goal which was disallowed for slight margin offside by it wasn't Suarez, but it was the other player now crossover by Ansan a rebound by Suarez a ball shot. But I think the referee was the center of the game, and he was the most controversial figure in the game. Red card or the man. Your friend is Atletico Madrid players. I think it was unfair. It was highly unfair, and I'm happy that the commentators were all saying that they've never seen anything of the sort, because this is a professional foul any player would make. There was a break and he tripped the player. You know, if you look at the camera very well, you could see a player and I caught the opposing player. Money, right? So probably that is why the referee issued a red card. But I think that it was very unfortunate. It's a referee, a straight red card. The commentators were even asking themselves, is he already on yellow? And then they later realized the referee brandished straight red card. It wasn't a second bookable offense. And then there was an incident that mo player back 2-9 Diogo Jota, which was similar to the red card Antoine Griezmann also received in Atletico Madrid. You see, I was reading commentaries and listening to pundits and then similarities about the 2 tackles and what Diego Simeone was also saying. Unim said Diego Simeone is one coach in the bad blood. They didn't greet Wanchano Metropolitano and Rahanso Saha or San Snobono and Sanchiano. You know, so I think officiating would have to be fair. In the first game, I think earlier Griezmann, first leg no boy, Not initially, my thought was it wasn't a red card, but after watching the replay, I realized that his foot was very high. It was red, understandable. But yesterday's one, the red card I think was a little harsh. And if you gave Griezmann red card for that, why not give Diego Jota red card for that? You know, I mean, the chemistry comes into play, and a lot of questions will be asked. But I think that Liverpool, as I said, we are careful. You know why I'm saying that? Because after Atletico G red card, they were even playing better and they scored a goal just like I said. But I must say chances are that is the same thing that happened to Money Brighton. After Liverpool gets the lead and a certain Salah, selfish yesterday, totally selfish. Ball away, 1 against 2, as Lemo Bisha, he wants to go ahead and score. I think Salah should be careful. The stardom is eating him up and getting into his head. He wants to be every day in the newspapers, headlines, and every Salah magic. So, baby, you see the difference between, I always say this, intelligent player, knowing when not to pass and knowing when to pass, and a man who said, the football IQ. You know, Salah is becoming selfish, and I think he needs to work on that. But kudos to Liverpool. I wouldn't take anything away from them. They've been in fine form. They are scoring goals. They are playing fantastic football. And I mean, they have one of the best brains in terms of coaching. So Liverpool, yeah, they but I think that the officiating yesterday, to me, wasn't up to standard and wasn't fair to Atletico Madrid.
Thank you so much, Oppong National. Oppong na ote se ode oba by same no. You better Asaman's trading. Olu Bagbin shop. And as pharmacy for say mama de I can see seminaba. That auto repairs is so asida Nkrumah. Say you body announce say yeah shifted here no. Ako politics na bibia tumi akonkan. Anti political discussion is so almost saying Venom's Women's Health Center, Rashida Financial Services, Danko African Market, and Go Coast Catering Services. Oppo, Saj Mercury, almost I say the political discussion. Momo shout outs and where na fi.
Yeah, Tawe Uti and Anopa now your bar. Best primary doctor, medical doctor, you come from a Ghana near Dr. Kwame Mponsa. Or Venom Medical Center building, or no be in a clinic, or any residency, and Yamiadum, or no Ghana, you will be in a clinic. Joe Biden, the American see Joe Biden, Amanaquine, anyway, American Medical Association. Which may be or no Casana clinic. Into so your bar, now per primary physician, primary doctor, Mokakoye or Mokanese, only Manucho Moino.
Paspia.
Hey! What is now is called Dr. Kwame Mponsa. Or a gynecologist, he's an obstetrician, and he's also a general medical practitioner. Nonetheless, he's a surgeon too. Into your comfort Ghana for ne ubia uti anopa bia Worcester and then the surroundings or Lemonster or Auburn or Holding, Leicester, Spencer. Now ope Ghana ni doctor or tewase nimwase enim baby out free any likely diseases I'll be to me and hormonal disorders, fibroids, and everything. You know, he's the best doctor you can get. Into Kojo Medical Center building him, ofu elevator na third floor. Uduwa na also show Dr. Kwame Mponsa obebo no show na wato. Na debi ameka say unya primary doctor or science surgeon, because if you need to go through under the knife or procedure, we don't pray that happens. But minimum me binuma na omo primary doctors be omo problem I say procedure, but they had to wait for specialists. Or my appointment. Sometimes, in course of waiting, the problem can even get worse. So, intina ye come for Dr. Kwame Mponsa say, Koneko huno, e Ghana ni otiwase ose wonyomo wuni nyomo, bra, they have way of helping people, munya nyu omonyoma na omuni nyoma kra. Obesho because Nkrumah de uraha wonyomo ni nyomo, apomodin wo ho kwan se unsa tumi kabi. Nti bra, Venom Medical Center building mu na be hwehwe Dr. Kwame Mponsa o suite number 312 hwehwe no a onsa ebetumi aka no ma me fa the number to you just in case you need to call him but on the number 508 459 2706 508 459 2706 also fra or connected to the cell phone number no so 774 823 4270 774 823-4270. Ofre number simu bia on sabe kano na waboa sika samu ntoto ye hia ewa abrabo ayebom eno ntine kan for Rashida Financial Services dia ma make motivational message. You remember I was talking about say obi ho kra na the college fee ya part to hodada ye college plan and ma unim a good parent is the one or wishes send ma ebeba bisana ho enya obi anana me ne madam bi din komo tell say me Ghana crash struggle and then me do Nkrumah me make no wo ma be wo to hana say wo ntimi nya me na me say insurance. Me say really you can have a parent with such a mentality? As you are not living generational wealth. Bompire say baby you do no ma entra ho now mama your great grandchildren so metra ho so say ye no tisiesi you didn't get opportunity. I didn't get it. Let's create it for our children because now we can do it. Maybe our parents, they didn't have the time. They couldn't have the opportunity because she knew sabre kra insurance kra na bi ni ho cause bejimbre we be see but na dia kwanya ba baby eteno so the insurance ye adwuma ye bi ma o no college planning ye bi ma o no premium no e be as low as $20 $30 $40 $50 $100. You know akwadani be college enya fe na dada mama mo be triple double because the demands will be high. No statistics here na be bo free new about Rashida anane na ne nkasa obeboa and what I like about Rashida is say they be ameka why adwuma internal revenue service for so long na adwuma pa ye ne radio nyina na oye no ye adwuma IRS eti onim sikasam to nim what policy will help you and what will not. Inti me kamfo no de ama frɛ no. Now this is here ne nkasa 781 354 3060. Etoda na yetua premium no Ghana for yedwina no hododo, and that becomes our headache, and we end up losing the bulk money we could have gotten. Inti frɛ Rashida ne nkasa 78 the number no 781 354 3060 781 354 Manujo Beka 3060 ne nkasa. Danko African market. The face of Danko now is Kankalaba, and of course Kankalaba is Manucho. Inti furniture 785 Main Street. Bedigwa ho and Ghana for your diabetes near the head. You're doing no starch foods no dos no do. Oba Danko house open fonio, open millet. Starty didi starchless foods nibi. Walk of every Guinea ni Mali ni Ghana and a deba pure and organic. So ni nyina bi ho sanso na wo de okwa house open a movie. It is a first it's all mona na Ghana is Ghana mono. Starting here very less. Just starting ensesan ye didium because nipa unya tra age 40 is a crowd indu on our mechanics, body mechanics no sesa. So what I say. Tienhwe didium so that we can live longer and healthier. Danko 785 Main Street or Kankalaba ho. Ope hama enu nsini na wa kono wa fie ti say the Kinkalusha. They say why fresh na mo amuhuna. Bradanko ho 785 Main Street. Ena eye Gold Coast Catering Services. Kalu aduane papa fie. Nze aduane ne de dawson, restaurant ne dawson. Nemum de otro aduane na won se wudidi. Nze aduane na ede, nze koye, Gold Coast, open grilled chicken. Braya so ye bankuni tilapia. Kalu wunim se na se ode me call lunch.
Sir.
Gold Coast because me commercial na meduane na be simenum. Bankuni peanut butter soup no. Any goat meat na ji okra kakra. Ya mo enka na okra. Okra. My okra sa my kasa krese. Is okufi okra na akoka amusu etu no but enye sa community na ya betem no. So na waji Nkrumah kakra bi sa small pot ni guma maza koyi awie se me dibi. So koyi Gold Coast a taste of excellence. Uto aduane na wontu because yenim say serve public nti bibia is in right proportion. Mbako nchene way koye. So until you for a taste of excellence. Bra ne be didi pa. You 8 Blackstone River Road, the only African American restaurant I will drive through. Udru ha nya fi na be sia ko no tana kem na yem for aduane ma fe na bibia nkonkan. Your service and so your extra super your boo your customers you respect them because mona business near business. Gold Coast Catering Services, a taste of excellence. Omunyina daruma no musu asene kalu ama itumi the political discussions in the better.
Oppong national you better was it. The interest so no your political discussion no into ida. Now also we have a comment bra.
Kaluma mincha minua bema James Osei.
Okay.
James Osei or Juso Asamai.
Okay.
Minua.
Yeah.
Oni nyina free sebi kotie ba akwa no na buy.
Hey, Oppong.
Another young can say now is with my come my bonnet. Some chram will be on say minua pa because me papa ba.
Me free fumbako.
There say nyame mame different ntina me chance.
Okay.
One father, different mother.
Oh, okay.
Am I justified now?
And you can two. You can two. Any ne free two back one.
It you. No. It you kum nipa.
It you kum nipa. As I think I said it too.
Yes, I maintain be that say can it you kum nipa. Meaning in free two back. I don't know your food you met to me a cana sebi beman de mint minka. I didn't ya. Anything. Why
you want to that?
Yeah, it's my mention James or say listening and watching as Abenkru as my or say my film is on here. Yeah, no Matthew nka. Na Eric ho here there. Kwacho hin.
Eric sure. Eric sure say Captain Kalusha. King Kalusha.
Ana Gatsi Kokunu na. Yeah. Gatsi, I don't know. Is it that one Eric was talking about that we have some other African country listeners because the name
no Gatsi Koku can be Togolese
or from voter origin. Is it the enka voter and Kautini voter? Say achim. Anyway, much greetings and respect to everybody who is with us on Facebook. We encourage and entreat our people that if you join us on Facebook, please like the video, give us more likes, so we will shoot the video up. Give us more likes, give us more love, share the video. Let's all discuss Ghana.
All right, thank you so much, Opo. And see, political discussion in season. But you know, and myself, Edika,
sir,
Papa, I brought you Edward Bauer. And I'll come make
MP Bako,
MP, or your branch ocean or Sunwa. And a friend Edward Bauer, and all can see me now. My man, Edward Bauer has mentioned, you say, Dimitri, a friend, Serwaa Broni, Ghana.
Serwaa Broni.
Yes, Serwaa Broni.
Oh, that Canadian girl now, Babontin said, ne boyfriend in another.
And Edward Bowie making submission. Parliament. And now
Edward Bowie saw NDCMP.
No, yeah, Bongo friends East.
Yeah,
for
you
know. And see, assemble the Mamian corner. I system. The impunity. We corner audio view owner. Ya boa momenti na so mama making informed decision ti Edward Bauer and some now making the submission or parliament, you know, as some okay ni me enti e be sabazia.
The country, we should not allow, and I will indicate, we should not allow our selfish and brilliant quest for riches affect our national agenda. That is why today you will go to Bongo. You will go to Adaglo, and you have maybe there are small children, maybe the future Edward Bowers, maybe the future Serwaa Bronis. Who will be interested?
Honorable member, please withdraw that name, please. Edward. Edward, please withdraw that statement.
Mr. Speaker, I should withdraw the Edward Bauer. Because I mentioned two names. I mentioned the future Edward Bowers, the future Serwaa Bronis. So which one should I withdraw?
The latter.
Which one?
Please withdraw.
Okay. So Mr. Speaker, with your direction, you say I should withdraw the letter. So I will withdraw the Serwaa Bronis. And then in place I put Serwaa Kutu. I was just taking two Ghanaian names, just like I took Edward Bauer. I didn't mean any malice. So honorable.
That is what happened at Parliament, and MP for Bongo East. Making submission now, my examples, and Edward Bowers and then Serwaa Broni.
Oh my goodness. You know, they say wonders will never end. Hey, Ghana. But I think, you know, it's a funny one. Sometimes they need the laughter because the job is tedious. But I wasn't happy with the speaker. You know why?
Why?
On say, Assembly of Honor se ba, yes, so ne trending more. What did I mention? Sir, on the last time near Obi beside say, I then we buy and can catch and say me, I don't talk about people's private matters. Nanado ya bema. Nanado e bema, and he says, Nanado a trimpana. How does that affect what I expect from my president is to deliver on his promises and make sure, say, Ghana is thriving. What's my point? And I said, I don't know, I'm from president to her. Tell me, president, me president, before Martina. And no, you're not any private life because fitter for chimpana, driver for chimpana, journalist chimpana. Nanado, he's a human. Intina, a Muhammad, dearby, no more papano, no. I didn't buy into that. Me and a man for until Becca, so Becca last time you were hosting a program here, and then Captain Smart. Not to my MPP, and then MPP for starting some of your Ibab and Jessiana Captain Smart, Ekoji or Baby Sika or Germany, he has no moral right. What is so Kaisadino? Mekasa Captain Smart Koji will be Isika, and Nipakron can civilly take Nisika or take Captain Smart on. It has nothing to do with national agenda. Misika near Tiama Captain Smart, and our Akoyira. What's my point? And I say, Captain Smart and Koji may excavate a Bianco Toy. International issues should be separated from private issues. And that is exactly what is going. The entire maker say many speaker on is was Obo Edward Bowers referring to himself, and now the MP was making a very significant point. But one said, "Okofa has had the anybody ninety." You are pointing now because everybody in the house broke into laughter. What is it? Because I see he was talking about say MPs need use almost selfish agenda, politicians use almost selfish agenda against national agenda, which was a very good point he was making on the floor. And sometimes to your politicians, so concert in the door, because you are making answer at the end of the day the most important point which you were making now. God lost. As some want to assume it got lost. What me pointing as Kofa Serwaa Broni's BEM, and the speaker should have allowed him to flow because Serwaa Broni nye Ghana. Why are you asking him to retract? Because the president has been linked. Serwaa Broni were first. Come on, you know it wasn't Bagbin at the seat. Nenya Bagbin, deputy speaker, and then in charge today because he's an MPP person. He decided to call him to retract. But I think that, I mean, sa issue where mama na issue gidi Monica Lewinsky Clinton one na anye bibi per American Constitution mukrano say
Ghana News Agency e dey about to just say Adenta Circuit Court. So yeah, Monica Lewinsky Clinton one fire. Later we even realize say you no go akra say fire be cry. I mean Nanado is a human being. We wouldn't come and sit and be ostriches and be hypocrite. Bema Mayor Bema, who wants sometimes on in as much as say you expect to say your leaders in leading, I know your moral issue. A moral issue. What's my point? I say a moral issue. Tinanado Betchempra, Nanado Beisia. Ghana, for what we expect the president to do is to deliver on his promises. And on a ask him. Yeah, sometimes I marvel say, Obi Chempra. She's a president and I lead a big champion now done news giddy near can. But who now war for no champion? No, that's the truth. And now suffer for you now cry morally. Holding the Bible. Only dear from the book of the Bible, which is a moral book. A church say Kamaya yes adiano. Don't they do it? Domete, Muhammad, Papa no, Omote, Nanado, Serwaa Broni. But you do it too. What Ghana needs is Nanado delivering on his promises, save the nation, provide jobs for the people, get us better roads, better hospitals, better education system, and no na me open national me free me leader ko twempna and no you want Rebecca sem because a private issue on any yerasem Rebecca Kufuado feels oh you okay, and in any case it hasn't even been proven. It's an allegation the girl came to make. Just like Papa no dia na mokeka he owns and better na discuss bida. There are some issues on Ghana for we like trivial issues. And someone from Puntuma yes reni e best say obedient be say that is what we like done. And yama a day improvement about my quality of life. We don't like that. Me I don't buy into these things, but the only thing is it's funny because of the way I see it. But I think the Speaker of the House should have, because that a man of more prominence by asking him. I don't know about Edward Bauer. They also want one case on train Edward Bauer and sign. Obisa said I mentioned two names. I mentioned Edward Bauer and I mentioned Serwaa Broni. So which one should I withdraw? Say the latter. So in case I now adiano crying and who man prominence, but come and rattle no can as no be this wouldn't have been news. Because all the portals are website I can see obi apiki ade no de akoto because ababe dani as resem on say the issue no anka MP ne ka no ai hia no ayiro because the speaker also stopped him. You know, I mean, I think Papa no Parliament, man went to Parliament. Yeah, Papa no. I had audios and MP speakers almost making reference to Papa no. Yeah, it did happen. Sometimes a jovial way, but I think maybe personally there. Hey, Nanado a chimpron, Nanado and chimpron, Serwaa Broni and the girl, Serwaa Broni and the girl. I don't care. I care about Nanado delivering and saving people from sitting under the trees, drinking with animals. And only hear me. And if you tell a taxi driver, tell us how many nipa are a percentage and champion. So I mean that is a no-brainer for me. But I think the way
the speaker also handled it, made it gain more prominence. This is a website named Picky Story where the was a parliament breaks into laughter. Once at the way I'm situation headline, Serwaa Broni enters parliament. The way I'm situation headline, so
what kind did I say?
Serwaa Broni African that do parliament. So I think that. I think I agree with Eric. Eric is saying, Oppo, don't forget that the moment you become a leader, you no longer have a private life. Then again, the NPP just got visited by Karma. Yeah, I agree with you because they did Papano, just like I was saying. Papano nearby, they said it in Parliament, and NPP, Canada, Japan was everywhere talking about Papano. Emma Ebenya or Tracy Krabinya 1-on-1 war of West. Yeah. So they did it. That's what I'm saying. So the speaker had no business telling the MP to not to mention because or making point and or using names to back up his argument. Also, one withdraw Serwaa Broni. Is Serwaa Broni not a name in Ghana? Ghana to Serwaa Broni. Because a Canadian has already said Nemprane Nanado ama wayo du ama nama mauko social media Serwaa Broni everywhere. So Serwaa Broni should not be used to make a point in Parliament. No, that's not fair. I think the speaker gave more prominence to this story than it actually would have carried. By telling the MP not to mention the animal retract. It was unnecessary.
Okay. Oppo na shana what said in Kano. Oppo yanko na seven Bagbin. They said court issues arrest warrant for Nam1. There are two others. A second court in Adenta has issued a bench warrant for the arrest of the chief executive officer of the defunct gold dealership firm Men's Gold Ghana. Nana Apia Mensa, also known as Nam1, and 2 other persons. The 3 are said to have failed to honor an appearance order issued by the courts for Thursday, November 4th, 2021. The other accused persons are Gabriel Kwamena, a.k.a. Gabi, and Eric Amponsa Bediakun, a.k.a. Kana. Together with the CEO have been charged with conspiracy to defraud by false pretenses. The bench warrant for the arrest was issued after the accused person failed to honor the court's summons on a second occasion. According to Ghana Web, the accused are being held over the purchase of vehicles estimated at $210 million from a businessman.
Yeah.
And Nam1.
I've gone through the story, Kalu. Now, anyway, my main message be Agnes. Sorry, the message be very interesting. I say we elected Nanado to we elected him to take care of the nation, not his personal life. Yeah, so I totally agree. Nanado said, "Omrame president, ensure Omani Sikasemni Omani Puntoso." It doesn't mean he doesn't have and I understand Eric's point of view too, that when you are elected as a leader, Nkrumah decided to and so we are role model now leading or life also show.
Yeah.
But and I make say once I me submission. Sorry, some me call back Accra. But once I me submission on Edward Bauer MP Kasau Parliament, and I can say it has not been proven. Kalusha, what did I make? It has not been. I had Monica Lewinsky the allegation by it was probed and proven, and then Clinton come impeach, right? But they decided against it. So my point is, it was proven. Now do they? Say no cre, say no cre. It has not been proven. It is I mean, he got into close proximity on any for playing they or the aba, but me who I don't say me no tia na me no twa picture nkyerese on another and as on any bibi on men disapprove so say nya no crow. But what I'm saying is it has not been proven. But even if it has, Nanado is still my president. Inti dia me hwehwe free ni ho ne say e ma ye ne emo anom nsuo man kwada ntena school eduasin ko school ma ya kwan papa. Those are the things I may expect if you know, because and on a juma and ultimate to Abamano. What I say, but then again, I make I say, Papa no or mom would make news at the Koabatum. What I say, the campaign yard. I don't understand why the speaker in the first also sometimes that's why Eric was saying, say Karma has caught up with them. Oh, you see, Obi making reference in parliament and mentioning Serwaa Broni now cost of Punipana. Moving on to number one, I think number one issue is straightforward. I'm disappointed the way Assembly Siako. Now who can say number one Assembly Samba? And yet the original case now buying a chair no Nasamba. A person went and made a complaint at the court. Say number one Mababe Toka $210,000 from that businessman now, and he hasn't paid, and the court wrote to him and I will refuse you to show up. So he's been issued a court warrant or bench warrant to be arrested or to come to court. And I'm make us a kalu emiya. Osha this whole number one saga. As a brand and bast TV no didi. And that is the aspect. Any areas I may expect somebody like Edward Bawumiah Mokasana to speak up. You know, they have defrauded people. People are sick. Some died. Some got stroke. Some are worthless. We expected the government to fight on behalf of the people because Mona man on license. Bank of Ghana sat and watch him do all these things.
Was the issue apart from Namuano, Madame Fubiana, my cry more steps. I also say tilapia ibi buy. Tilapia, I don't say tilapia, I be conforming say tilapia ibisu. I'm also going to invest in this camu and go fund it, and then this can be bad. With my men or the son of farm way.
Me say me amount for your stroke. I buy DKM buy or same. Nam one buy same. People lost they lost everything. You know, and you expect the government to stand in for you. So I say, Saudi Usika go to this year. That is why every bank a more bigger insurance. Bank this you collapse here. A more Federal Reserve. A more you know, my friend, I'm say FIDC. Said every bank. FDIC, right? FDIC. Yeah. Federal then. Until you have to be part of that commission. Until who was certain amount to be a Saudi betum. That's the bulk money in case. And oh yeah. It's insurance for you and me banking at this you in case something happen. It's you know it's surprising. Only Ghana will this happen. That number one is still working a free man. You know, Asako or a businessman is according to Ghana News Agency report. Say the accused are being held over the purchase of vehicles estimated at $210,000 from a businessman. Tomu Tobikao. No, so I think in course of transactions, no, and yet as MEC actually, it's a case that has so time or year, he was buying cars for his businesses and into Okoji car $210,000, and just imagine $210,000 who will be the accounts and to be business money, tranche money or day in a juma gone, and this man is working a free man in Ghana. It only happens in Ghana. Until buying the you can say now one the but when I saw the headline initially, I thought, oh, thank you, God, that the case is being revisited. And only for me to read the details and realize, a businessman being on ordinary call, Adenta area, who's Adenta Circuit Court, say, Namwan, a defraudulity, and a charge. You see, Kalu, very sad. I think that we have to up our game as a country. The way things are going, the innocent civilians, the best service from our leaders and protection. And protection. And the other ones are more just like you are talking about protection. Near dupu or more, and nothing gets done. Nothing happens to the person who does that, and no, of course, called free. Baby says, oh, or a politician down for we say, and that ends it. Very sad. If we want to grow, as I say, protect and grow for.
All right. That's it. Say maybe I could do no coalition of political parties be in similar to just say Bawumia lecture or Assassin University no one kwa I'm far more minor no for no political ambition for 2024 and the branch here CPP ni or almost secretary your friend comment or say Kofi Aqua and no anasa
is it not that guy who is the CPP? CPP was a PNC General Secretary.
CPP, your General Secretary. And to know also no Kasama for that coalition. Coalition is CPP, PNC, APC, etc. All the other political party. I know my forming say, you know. It's me and Comrade Kofi Aqua. ne commenter emra omo ehia mu no modi nkomo no se ba odi tuja na afi yembra na yembra ba seminar afi oso for adwenche bra e wo sansem enti ba cho ye kwakokutie commenter se kofini aba
ya no mampenye bi de che owura mamu Bawumia e be kaye na do be ene se obobo no ankasa mu abaso owi no ano lance ne campaign owura Bawumia be ka Ghana card ya MPP abandi aba ni we free say ansana ono kura no be so bae so obeye running mate mpo na Ghana card no na access that the year 2006 2007 2008 me na me official of NI National Education Authority yes that is a true fooding our from no tepa and in Serwaa Broni yes interoperability na amade bae no aboa amase say no utimi gira network for social network esika call different networks so but aboa Ghana na if you say on some kind of no yanti say o cancel interoperability system na amade bae no esan say ama telecommunication companies any banks no use every transaction you know revenue or mine in your free pondu and apoha. You never said anything like that. How can you now has to do with cyberspace? Say a interoperability system, say mobile money system, the cyberspace. We never heard you say cyber security experts do say I'm a Ghana police service. Ana the BNI, ana say CID for ana say more intensive Bible training because who enemy na enim say sir about any transactions are a fact the cyberspace now. You was cyber thieves so like a man in the middle attack. And I said man in the middle attacker. Your hackers were on and money are there. Some and make the use of the cyberspace very, very uncomfortable, especially when it comes to issue of security. You never mention anywhere in your speech about the number of cybersecurity experts you have and how you intend to increase them or how you intend to boost their capacity. So they are very, very effective.
Comment Ose Kofi Aqua. Opo, Abantera can send me.
But I think you have another audio into time into Kojo Oppong Nkrumah was also it's related.
It's related. Okay. Into my member Kojo Oppong Nkrumah so say and some na coalition for no cano.
No, he threw more light, I think, on
the benefiter.
Yeah.
Or my first the vice president and some no coca and the beba. And the Kojo Oppong Nkrumah na member poor Kwamena or Kanimuni album. Na fi last story of the day in so na fi be telephone ama mafo no so much so much enti Kojo Oppong Nkrumah na yakutie ono so na no December mra ono so
Kwame
Sefa shoes na no pay e wo kokoro so enti mementi no
third industrial revolution electronics so the case now then we economy now can electronics was so electronics no computing technology no economy no transformation over no e be to say atichide nanti enti obi osusu say ama penya be dey chire on kan economy was digitalization e be an enti na so say digitalization is an instrument for economic transformation and we are one and evidence is clear how it passes through tenona Ghana nyinara nipa omdiwo nkratuo edin tro register ne mu no Ghana nyina oha nchichemu and 4% of Ghanaians were on the tax database. 4 until you complain bebre ye pekwan ye pension ye penyina mkania aban to me jiska no na aban bobisia ne ho kire no oha nchichemu and 4% of Ghanaians spend on their tax database no so and because Bawumia ne Ghana banda woman ye did national ID akoyenim ye did digital property address system akoyenim ye did interoperability akoyenim as say ya start to say the databases ni boom ni ntino daba ko prekope ye move from 4% to 86%. Really? Number of persons on the tax database. Abefu kwanya so. Inti enelipa wonu di what tax database mu ye nim se omu tua to ye yin. So omu ye 15.5 million.
Okay, Kinkalu, that's it. I think we did justice to this story yesterday after the vice president spoke 2 days ago about digitalization. This is digitalization, whichever way about be. Now, hey, I say more, comrade, CPP, almost you're from a coalition of national organizers and CPP, PNC, APC parties need also. I think that the only opposition party in the NDC. And I'm come boom and that Osayakwa Kasama, and he made some point about Bawumia Diobe, and he said Bawumia came to lunch. I'll say first Obabebo no Abaso. He came to commend himself, and then to launch his campaign said Nanadu Niwa Ghana Fomfa Kunyanama no to aso. He did make a very good point about the vice president not talking about cyber security, which was very crucial because I will call digital as we are ready to face the threats. Nkrumah America crowd more high knowledge in terms of IT. They still face a lot of threats in the cyberspace in terms of cyber scams and just even the end of the elections. On the Russia, the previous election, Clinton, they know any Hillary Clinton. Oh, and the TNC say, and we and Russia for interfere with the elections, and China for interfere. So Ninginano has to do with cybersecurity and cyberspace. So I think that they were making some good points. And then let me also highlight on what Kojo Oppong being the information minister, right? So Kojo information, communication information, yeah, I don't know. That's like communication.
Yeah, that's like communication.
Yeah, and now Kojo information, fine. Kojo say digitization is the digitalization is the instrument for economic transformation, which is true. Baby, I Ghana do no. I say son you mem. I see a koyenim. I say you move na identifiable. I say traceable. We have to grow. So I totally. And then he made a very valid point on the tax database. Say Ghana for need your tax 4%. And the number astronomically after this was done is 86%. I'm only hoping it is true. And if it is true, it's a good thing. Very, very good thing, because we've always been talking about the tax net, how we can widen our tax net, because ni pay tax or Ghana no. Isa. But combining the two stories and of course the vice president's speech on the day, I couldn't agree with you and Manucho less. Say, this was not a job the vice president was supposed to do. I mean, the government, the Kasa, a showcase, the abine ye, and your mampenia be de Omampeni, no mampenia be de Jumani say, Omu, and a ebo impuntu echi fapim, Emma Ghana yetumi 2 mpong. Ye were information minister, or no. Ede in some of our Bawumia adeba and yes our communication minister. Into either information minister, communication minister could do this job. We don't need the vice president to come and tell us, say, my interoperability is a wine. And my NIA, my UV. I mean, Ghana for hundada. NIA started at you know, sometimes, as I say, yeah, DBI in such a way, so we don't give people room to think, to kind of blindfold Adiana Oya no Somfa. So on say, since the vice president did this lecture, and I mean, Kasim, we say, we're only looking at the vice president here, but we didn't look at the cost. Unim. I monitored the event, and all the big media outlets in Ghana became alive. Untimin Kofa Peace FM over 1 hour, 2 hours for free. You pay. TV3, you pay. All the other private media outlets that carried this program live, we would have to pay.
But I don't think, sir, my vice president Kokano that face value no, instead of your communication minister. No.
That is the pointer. That is the pointer. Your friend is saying now coalition for opposition parties organizers or something, comrade or say Aqua, right? Or say then Aqua. Or say Kofi Aqua. Now all can say Bawumia came to Obebo no Anahuabaso 1 and Obe launching the campaign 2 because national identification are all canon. Nyamona Mobe started. Kufo started it. and then MPP let it die for 8 years, right? NDC. Did I say MPP?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. NDC let it die for 8 years. They didn't continue. If they had continued from there, maybe that is why we always talk about why we don't continue other national programs about Ghana, but rather we follow our party's parochial interest. NDC let that program down to die for 8 years. And so enya new. In fact, Honorable Benjamin Kufuor had the first time that I even met him. Honorable Benjamin Kufuor had a copy of that card. Oh, the chairman. Satam no na yenya Bawumia munya me start win. You know, the chairman. Unzo start ba ha no parliament no nyamfi. So that was my hammer time. No obi the chairman. You know, because Oba has that time kwane or Rock FM. Yeah, I know the chairman. Inti Kufuor time no start is idea. I mean, we're not saying they haven't done well because even the tax database now all can say Ghana for what tax database is was just 4% and it has shot up to 86%, an astronomical increase of 82%. If it is true, Kalusha, a massive for the country.
That's right.
A massive. But then the point is, Internameka say. Onse anano na Kwame Sefa kan ne omampani kasa no o kan say omampani yese mo ye nioma bebre ne mum model bofo o mo bebo dawru afa mo nioma ho no eye week nti e na ye hu no. What is the essence of the information and the communications ministry? Nti nanado eye bibia na nanado na san aye national address no waka kire. Because Bawumia doing it is like nanado doing it.
Yes.
You know, so Internameka said the essence of the thing and he talked about future projections of some of the things, e-card or say e-passport. A whole lot of issues have come on, and then I may kind expect to be at the said that is a lie because or a former NIA board executive director said and Oka said you can me my e-card and an e-passport. It's impossible, and I think we did talk about that yesterday. Because to travel to the US, for instance, you need a visa.
That's right.
And you can use that card to acquire a visa.
Yeah,
so some of the issues, I wouldn't say it's a lie, but some of them were in journalistic terms. Because they were misleading. They were misleading. The way he should have said it, he didn't say it that way. Said, yeah, which means you cannot travel to other countries, but he was specific about 197 countries. Which or see mobile incorporated 2022.
And that one might be true. Maybe now but then
yeah, I was saying international aviation.
But what he could have said in the say, you know, many other countries be over to me visa free alcohol.
That's what I'm saying, sir. That's what I'm saying, sir. A misleading. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, sir. That's what I'm saying. Misleading. That's why I'm using that word. Namen kasa entron. Because misleading. He overblown the whole thing. But my point and he said, Kalu, you know, Coalition for No did make mention of cybersecurity. The vice president was silent on that. He didn't talk about because as you are getting more digitized, now you use cyberspace now. As well making sure say you also combat the threat. Ghana na no hunkophobia kwachi omo a wo frɛ wa ha no ma divert calls na wo hu za ade no a mo di make is come wo phone na ibebre wo frɛ internationally a no mo ma divert call no. That's why sometimes when you even call the number goes Ghana. So what I say, and these are some of the threats we face. But my point and he said digitization. Kojo Nkrumah, why is he at Peace FM today trying to throw more light? Because the communication didn't go down well. People are misinterpreting it, right? That is why, as the information minister today, you have to stop whatever you are doing and go to Kokroko. So I feel now could throw more light. Why couldn't you have done it? Because you're a better communicator. And that is your job, as every information from the ministries and from the government should flow from you. That's why you hear Anopa briefings to the media. So these are some of the things you should do. Also, the vice president doing this by himself, and that's why a lot of people are saying Obelanche in the campaign. Also, the attention has been shifted because there will be a business there. We were expecting saying before we take a podium saying what national spaces are there. So catcher say, I deal we yeah no. And you must say in a diaba. We should be more of results oriented. Because the catcher say as they say it me transfer sika call from Vodafone to a year and then they break Ghana. What's my point in I say? What has that done to Ghana? What jobs have that created for the system? Tell us the benefits, because we've been doing the thing. The only thing enye Kojo Oppong Nkrumah ne be can say the reason why people are thinking say Bawumia be born who abaso one ebe launch the campaign too. What did you hear him talk about? Say the tax data was 4%.
No,
he didn't talk about that. The whole speech he didn't mention say because of digitalization. No, now your tax data bigs near 4%, but this year no about do 86%. Unzo kind of Kwame Sefa can cry bizan say really. So, and now he's saying say 15.5 million Ghanaians are on the tax data going to pay tax, which is a massive thing. But you know, other people are also trying to interpret and read meanings into it, and I buy into that. I think that the letting us know what you've done is good, but it shouldn't come from the vice president. That's not his job. We have Ministry of Information Communication, just like Enroni Manuchu Kanomajumani saying, let them do this. You have party communicators, Nana Komia, Kwamena, Duncan, Ben Aye, a whole lot of others.
But don't you also think, sir, because all this one, previous years, no more position. If it's about lecture, it's Bawumia who has been doing it. Until they thought, sir, no also can, no digitalization, I mean, it's like more or less like the baby. Until I don't know, why can't he go and just deliver?
No more communications minister by then. Time our lecture, no more communications minister, no more information minister.
But anything lecture piano.
No more by my lecture saying, but remember by my lecture saying.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, tell me, you can help me out. He was doing more lectures when they wanted power. Tell me lectures, and Manu, yeah, this is government. By then you were in opposition. Abaying bar, ye break it down. Decentralization now be our Najuma and you be our role I'll play. It made me question is say Ejuma, what is the essence of the information minister? And you know every memeti high ye tete Ejuma na ye make what accounting. I will not be a better accountant. I will not be a better accountant. I'll be a better communicator and speaker, because that is what I went to school to do. Even though I knew a little bit of accounting as part of my education, and me work Ghana, so I mean I was doing some stuff, and I me account near the church things near my Bibria district near the na me can be. But me point and he say idea no a year. But you see Bawumia couldn't even expatiate more on it. And why until maybe say if he did well, I don't know Kojo Oppong Nkrumah sa kwetena Peace FM ne. Because everybody is saying, I don't know about me and we question will be a bizarre. I don't know about me and so lecture. The whole Ghana, all the radio, the TV stations. Why? I mean, there are more pressing. Kalu, I thought our mama and call spade a spade. We've given our president and our vice president job to do to make the system efficient. Keep on doing what you're doing. If you come and you start doing things like this, you give people room to cause distraction. The more you now, more focus on more you know. Why do you be free so? And then I've been monitoring radio stations, TV stations in Ghana. Mention that night. Everybody is talking about. I don't know about me, with the exception of via MPP form to be defended. All the other experts, all the other people are asking, why should Bawumia go in? And IT experts cries also complaining about some of the things. And then NIA was there, and I'm obeying. Yeah, keep on fighting, keep on doing. There are so many pressing issues in the country that we need to solve. Auntie, I say, Amo Alan, what is a Enran? I know we jump free program. What you unipa okay? Because there are rumors now going on. Grass go for the person jai. So sad you buy a cratchet. Obeja kunyana. What is Enran? I know we jump because I know we jump was stanch Alan. Yeah, in Alan for us to say, oh, okay, that is a way of propagating Bawumia over Alan, giving him national recognition more because they are realizing that time no yabe even within their own party. That is what by which I also totally disagree with those people. But I made me point and he said, "Na enye Bawumia juma. Ya digitization not just say a part say MPP Bawumia ni hona communications ministry. information ministry omoni obi a obetumi communicating what the party, the government has done for the people there. No a problem. You are telling me, oh, lecture Bawumia na. So without Bawumia, there is no MPP. Nobody can do lecture. The information ministry, Eslawusu, Kojo, Oppong, Nkrumah, they can read out a speech. This was not lecture. Wafa board marker or calculations, permutations. This was a speech he came to read for Ghana. Something they have done, which anybody, you and myself, could have even done it. Yeah, but this was a speech he came to read to Ghanaians. So personally, I think that the idea was good. What they have done is good. Not two ways about that. But, you know, I personally feel that it wasn't Bawumia who was supposed to do this.
Okay.
I personally feel. Until I'll buy into that coalition for us and say Bawumia wants to propagate, and I know Alote Jacobs on the same show. Alote Jacobs will say he sees a new Kwame Nkrumah in Bawumia. You see the angle I might be reading meanings into say, oh, that is a propaganda to give Bawumia a mile space ahead of who? Kojo Alanjamatin, because we know say he's going to be his main rival in the race. And one baby I see somebody like Alote Jacobson, so baby what I say, he could piece of hailing him as the new, he sees Kwame Nkrumah spirit in Bawumia. So you see, if that happens, then Adena more year a song for so any there's a Ghana for focus on and no be in parliament dia canon. Now, I mean, let that thing reap benefit. Now you who's Adena Moye and Adim Faswoba. And Faswoba, then you begin to talk about it during your campaign if you so wish to contest. But to tell Ghanaians, I've done this, I've done that, of what a Diana Ghana in your film. A Diana Ghana being your film. You gave us some projections, which is good. Now, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah the Nkrumah kind on Amameniaje about the tax data now say increase it to 86% from 4%, which is fantastic. And maybe if we are able to even manage this digitalization efficiently and effectively, Kalu, I'm telling you, we will go higher. What's my point? I say, to me, widen your tax net no better. Like I keep talking about masons, carpenters, and handy people on Ghana on your taxes. Now we can extend it even better and make more money. And I'm happy now that they are telling us, your tax data was 4%. In Ghana, they be a kwajibusia. Now that we have 86% of database in the system, 15.5 million Ghanaians paying taxes, a massive increase in revenue. So 4%, no, sika na yenya as to ebe jump 86%. A massive revenue. So we expect the government to do more project, to get more revenue, to undertake more project. Development should be accelerated. Because Kalu just 100%.
Opo and then me say ben cut your first I make us say is switch no it was Kojo Alanjamatin but na enyo na ye Bawumia mum no Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana.
Ono and this is switch no. I won't say same buyer or no it's
all Bank of Ghana they no your politician.
No say no mo ko hu say you wait me aba be e wona adwuma o ye ma you know kofo during that time no no man who say other friends saying sa IT who enimdie. And don't you think say because of issue chine no or ye anything na o mama no green light say he know much about this computer age he can do more in that aspect.
I don't know why you don't want to understand my point.
I understand you, but people of the view, because he's trying to sell himself. Now make a man for say, but Omiya brought is rich when Kufuor was in government. That time I'm not on your politician, no Bank of America or no. You made your Dima Kufuor by anything. And I Kufuor who say,
listen, let's set the record straight.
The baby now all champions.
No, let's set the record straight. Listen,
on the basis of
don't get me wrong. I don't know but it's not up to Bawumia to come and be blowing his own trumpet. That's my whole point. Because all Bank of Ghana, or your deputy governor of Bank of Ghana, know when the rules and responsibilities and the functionalities. See how so studio ha either host or a pundit. Ukotana come so we taxi our driver. Baby abeko bia ne ho asedi a obeye. You get my point? Until now Ukase first no air lecture. Fine, he was doing lectures because he needed to campaign for the party to come to power. The party is in power. Obia wana juma ye dia man wa ban mo ese so ye. Are you telling me say CCRC ko wie Bibi fufra na yesa Bawumia sa national attention. No sign be can say yayewe. No, you don't do that. If it is on national campaign platform, if it is a national event, to say be state of the nation. What's my point now? Say more state of the nation, more budget, bibi na more than achievement rem there. That is acceptable. That is okay.
What do you also think, sir? It was part of campaign message. Said they would do this digitalization and digitalization beyond ONT. At Naba, no Kokama Sema. What is
one district, 152? Wasn't it a campaign promise? I don't know Manto platform, no can factories or maybe one village, one dam. I don't know the Manto. Didn't he promise us that? Didn't he promise us? He told us Ghana is tired of borrowing, right? Why are we still borrowing? Until America said what they have done is good. Digitization, Mr. Team analysis, is fantastic. I'm not condemning the facts. I won't know why you're interested when that's my whole point. You have a certain ministry designated for that. Your communication and information ministry. Into me question is how much human is saying. If everything Bawumia will do, Bawumia will mount a platform and come and tell Ghanaians, say, "Mena my way." Until America said the essence of what he's done, he's now making us lose focus. Now we are doing. And America said, I've listened loud today, and everybody's talking about not the importance of the achievements of what he came to tell us, but rather the topic has changed, and everybody is talking. Say, Bawumia be marketing ho, Bawumia be marketing ho, Bawumia be marketing ho. And if you look at the ministries, no, any idea, Kalu, you fall. Intina, comrade Kofi Osayakwa, Ebisa say, what did he say about cybersecurity? Comprehensively.
I said a message about Facebook say, well, maybe take it from my end.
Meaning Eric.
I saw Paul, what is the difference between lies and misleading? And Kwesi also say, King Kalusha, please ask Oppong, what is the job description of Kamala? Then tell me the job description of Bawumia. That is what Kwesi also is asking. And Eric again, Oppong, the main idea behind it was to project Bawumia, but they lie. It is Alan time.
That's the whole thing. I mean, if you look through it, I mean, on side sometimes no kind thing.
Eric, Oppong, we last with that figure. Kojo Oppong has no idea what he was talking about. It is 420.
Yeah, but Eric, Oppong, I don't want to believe. Okay, I know. Yeah, I say Oppong, I don't want to believe you are doing damage control for the MPP. Serwaa Broni proved beyond reasonable doubt that with pictures. Beyond reasonable doubt that with pictures there is a connection with Nanado. Serwaa Broni didn't come to say she slept with Nanado. She just wanted to let Hobson Adoye and his cronies know that she's aware the robbery on her was staged and she's going through trauma and she needs to open up to heal. Yeah, that is it. If she comes out with pics and videos on sexual relationships with Nanado, then we take it from there. Until then, yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that was the point I was making. Say, I saw the pictures by, and I'm gonna say yes. That shows say close proximity. Yeah, I use that word. So close, and I say is it misleading here? It can be a misleading. Naturally say and no crack a crown bad. What over blue no. Overblown. As I say, woman, I hear too sensational. I say no creno. Me say out of 10, I say no creno. Better to say 2 or 2 to 4. But woman, I hear 10. If you are no creno, 4. Wa blue na man I hear 10. What I say? And I okay say lie. Yeah, not just say
misleading. Say we blown out of proportion.
Yeah. Well, misleading means I to say you know why am I who the ente sign now the abede. What the abede can adi to me ABC, but also to me yakosi Z. Inti no kre wom kakra se itimi ABC by intumi nye nkosi Z inti enye total lies by misleading, but when you say it's a lie there na just intimi nye empo na koye B na kozi. What my point now say? Okay. Yes, so that's the difference between misleading.
Kosi also the answer. Kosi, please ask Oppong, what is the job description of Kamala Harris and tell me the job description of Bawumia.
I see the job description of the
Kamala Harris.
What is Kamala Harris amount to platform be? Because where I say. Vice President on that police council, I'm on him, sir. On the head of the economic team. You know, he has a lot to do. And Bawumia promises on him, say, I'm telling you this for fact. It's a MPP won power in 2016 for the most part because people believed in Bawumia's economic brains. Onona President Mahama yet nation's state of the nation no acquire the true state. We believed in them more than what they are doing. And Ukraine thing. But okay, you know, just like Manuchu said, somebody out there but let's look at it critically. So let's look at it critically. And yeah, Bawumia Jumani say no now because no, that is not your job. That's what I'm saying, sir. So be quite we when I say Ghana free to information bill no more pass and a fiasco and juma. But if you were going to look at the budget of this lecture, even the airspace I use here, there will be a Ghana, UTV, Peace FM, TV3, Wanwa TV, Metro TV, everywhere. And when him said, unless people don't know, when him says Abaya ya DNS or JS spaces, do you know they pay radio stations come on? Yeah, because they charge government. I've been in the industry. Into buying a commercial. That is why Mugabe, who can say Mugabe, NDC for also a commercial campaign commercial become a daily guide. Mugabe bufu beki kanzam no. Ebi a refi. Mugabe be blasted and sana 3 days to say ade chomo koma omubi no, because radio station, TV stations no thrive more on government commercials. Information ministry. Ebi a civic education to abayi from electoral commission. Ebi a didia COVID by all those things are paid for, and they charge the government extra because it is the government. Because government were more purchasing power, and always catching will be the private. Into the media industry be Ghana be you can verify they charge more. Internamika said the cost alone. But Kojo Nkrumah could have mount a platform, maybe your money, Anopa, a briefing, see, and all the media stations would have been there. What me point na say? Inti me point na say I don't know why any here. But Kalu, let's be honest. It is not up to Bawumia to do this lecture and tell the whole of Ghana say my ID card, my e-way, my e-way. Esla Usu Kojo Nkrumah can do this. He has more issues to attend to. Make the economy work again. You are head of the economic team. I agree. I totally agree with Kojo Nkrumah saying say digitalization, instrument for economic transformation. Fantastic. It is true. I totally agree. I know they are no crap because even that alone, no, say tax data this increase 86%. It is true because a country I identify who say you can grow. So it is true. But let the system take care of itself. Let the people see what you are doing. Let your people who are supposed to talk. I think that you have last topic. I
discuss here because I can't.
Many for say
coalition.
It is a I totally agree with them. In as much as I agree with Kojo Nkrumah, what they have done is good. I maybe is of the opinion say Enya Bawumia na esen kokoye le charge national airspace ekika sanse mu nyina. I think say in a way I'm beginning to believe and agree with the Rana Mo can say I think that is it, because now people are saying I see Kwame Nkrumah spirit in him, and then to give competitive advantage over Bawumia. That's the essence of the whole thing. Alan Chematin, yeah, that's the essence of the whole thing. I totally agree.
All right. Last topic. Eric said Oppong, stop. Misleading is a good as lie, as good as lie. And it's Eric is somebody about. Let's say MPP the same Betuja. And
I saw the message by Audi Saka Olumaya was say God is good all the time. Whatever is hidden will come to the light no matter what. Papano on my mind.
Right, that's it. Eti Obiri Buahen, lawyer Obiri Buahen so Eddie ne same Betuja because of Alan Bagbin. Say Bagbin the bia o si Emma MP4 no yema nkwan me nkwochi no or I say
MP4
so onko nkochi omuniti or ya e the rule of law no aka nanim kakra am so say no dey afa baby any other identity ya pese ba kotie lawyer Obiri Eboa ensem o dey tudwa
Obiri Buahen deputy general
secretary of MPP no ensem o dey tudwa awo susu awon asem no afie ba na maba Oppong na Also, my baby son adwenche na fe be phone lines now so what do adwenche about media so enti we aba sia menko bibia
say tamna say we see no come na so bedwam ana ofu ma so bedwam na eba so you honor the invitation na kwa waka kiro mo say media ma aba mi buwa je mi bu mranti ma aba na me kama kiro mo say mpa anka memma if we say na me come ma so bedwam if we don't take care so say next time so we could testify on a bag in many MP and Kesri Kwamena to come Mremiko Parliament the Pakofraya or Program and Abella Yensa speaker. I'm saying that it's going to be a recipe for lawlessness. And it's an Abuanya, Sunana West. Let me know this year. Let me talk about a bro. And I would never call him the second shit no boom with an and as a mayor, MP could articulate, and also be good and Chico. I'm also to do argument articulate and Martin, no Divinica, National Bank, and I'm going to Parliament. Also, I don't know I immediately pay Coba Prosamane, not Prosom Cobo Speaker Mane, and some of the Babette. Another is an Imperial, Marine Atana, may acquire an answer by. You see, I'm sure it will be a recipe for chaos and lawlessness.
Lawyer Obri Buahin. Lawyer Obribuahin and this amount of tutor. Yana Yabuana
Ogel Yabuana.
There be the Yara Yabuana come was Obri Yabua. I also Obri Buahin. Obribuahin. Lawyer Oppo or say you are Bagbin to be a recipe for lawlessness and disaster. Do you agree with him?
More than agree with him. More than I agree with him. I think say Ghana I am penning for no Kalusha. I was almost 30. Now, you know, I was loving the speaker up until this sudden incident because of his stance on LGBTQ plus. I'm a pen and I think that now the only first speaker, private members bill only be about under him. Yeah, he's doing very well. He's doing very well. But I think that I deal with why one way or the best send a legacy. You know, I deal with why no. Now no jams watch out. One share your best send a legacy. Because share Javier Francisco su audio and video PI born right. Say you be kwa demonstration na you be block kwan no. You be say on the 25th or my date in yade. Date ni draw that happened. On say MP na kwa ya dewi. Me they can't say more. And a police for Afrina. I don't think the NDC would have supported him as they are now. Mathieu Damafia Kwamena, other people all supporting this. It is very bad. Very, very bad. Sure. Yeti hoda what we know, and he say parliamentarians have immunity. But the constitution spells it and make it clear. Say when you are going or coming from parliament, or when there are parliamentary proceedings, I want to mention MP. Okay? So much constitution, I'm gonna throw you. Mokase. No one is what? At the time, call us anytime, so.
Cut 10 more minutes.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why they have started calling. Raman, mama, a time kakra kase 120. Akaka krebni a wait. Se obejina so dia madawro ma why na. Yes, 520, 120 when you had time. Why? So, it may point and say, Kalu. May point and say, I dare speak here, a bad president or certain. Because once it, no one is above the law. No one is above the law. If an MP has done something, police station, there will be a call. So we are near Chiwa. You deserve bail, they give you bail. If they don't want to give you bail, your lawyers can go to court and get you court bail, whatever. But I don't think say police for Krankomuchi Javisusu Dinakotum. But say for speaker to take this posture, very dangerous. And just like Obribo Hinkayan. Say yes, you of one sir. No, I show there. If Canada Japan see a contempt that. Yet contempt. Oh, I'm on started through. No, Jamia, Madaro Macabe 8 minutes. Me, you round up now, but why? And as Oh, auntie Nana will frame me or me regular lines, no. Boy, now we say, na unen and nam cobano.
Aye.
My jelly is saying
20 years, Opo.
Oh no, Okoye, gay zemno. Wow, not just a Ghana judges in our cross adiano, a bow many no one share become more.
Now grow, Opo. Young come round.
And I'm on my, a cab 7 minutes, Pepe, 120 or have 520 or Ghana, no more start here, free. Oh, I know, Jam. Okay, that's it. I think the breaking news be last time no so okay. Okay, say na kwala bi onene na makoye gays mama yakwache no. Enti no no see a jail in 20 years no. And unti na make say sa gay in 17 na mama pay speaker asem. And I think I like the way na ma parliament in so balance. We were getting the best out of our legislature which we haven't in a long time. But at the same time he's creating a monster out of parliament. So we are and then majority for no so French in Central for majority MPs in Kasane. And what they are saying is that is not the precedence. Yeah, that then MPs, just like Manuchu was saying, police for Tonsa from under the release of the speaker. They allow them. Sometimes they tell the police, okay, come to parliament and do your interrogations there. All these things, but for you to categorically state, he said, I won't release him because Parliament were Jumaya. Into the question I'm asking, Mr. Speaker, and he said, say parliamentarian aye boni. Na momo kotna ho na mo shemrana mayena. Now no de obabe fesi mrana enyeyi. Is that what they are telling us? Momo ko shemrao. Say Oppong national any kankalusha de mrani dina. Ebi ni so bi akoye gay sama yesi a jail in 20 years. He's a human being. Or ye nipa. Or boom raso. Emrane nedi. Emrane freno. Okotutu nano. Yes we di for edni kotum. Itimo kotna wa na mwashishe mrano. Na mo di abre yenya ye nimu ehare. Yenya ye ni weight. Yenya ye ni mobia. Yenya ye ni abam both NDC and MPP. Na ye di emrane ni. I think it's very dangerous precedence. And a speaker said no. What do we know? The tewa that ye nim nyina ne say says parliamentarian biya ye bonia ana oye bibia. You have to get the person through the speaker. What is the major na say? Ofa speaker no na wanya no. Na the momo ye say, oh na ye ye nja no and then they are trying to even make it say as a omo tata no. But uti me once initially no na me kra na meka na manu chunso ka say.
Go ahead.
Namanu Chukran so can say. I'm losing track of what I was saying. Namanu Chuka say, Usha said the issue nisi koye no. Papa no initially no na Manu Chuka san kenchi omo a mo ties wo kwan ni so. But later did we get this video that we played on our program yesterday. Say he had done this, he has said this to his constituents. Say we are going to do this, we are going to block roads, we are going to do this. And the police said that you couldn't have blocked the roads because you didn't get permit and you cause traffic. And aside that, public destruction, more destroy public properties by burning ties on the tarred roads and all that. So if you think you are an MP, you didn't do anything wrong, go and face the laws that you make. The laws that you enact in parliament to punish me, Oppong national. You don't make the laws for me. You make it for us. Because in the constitution it says no one is above the law. So if no one, are they trying to tell us that the immunity means he say, until now and so elaboratica say, it's me articulator. Nam ye MP na me drew na muso bi edna na ntwe nam kwan na ma sese duo no agum na me de ko ye frame am zio me o parliament me we are creating room for anarchy, and it is very dangerous. And I'm disappointed that Bagbin and Raya Ninrechi now can say you make sure say parliament corruption few lawless a few you be discipline. Now you who say a man for na dear better hunty you be the omu peno. If a parliamentarian has offended and he is supposed to face the full rigorous of the law, and for that matter the police service is minjano. Inti a MPP nia, would he have said same? And until I thought I parliamentarians and you can't take them serious. because they have different stance when it comes to their own from both parties than when it is on the other side. Because Javier Sosunam Hon police in Kocheno. Now demonstration police in Kocheno. All the police is saying is say Papana cause public distraction. Is that not what they said? So I say in Yama. Intiem Vanamra. Now so Vanama. I think say I totally agree with Obribo and Yasamokai. I totally agree with majority MPP parliament, and then some of the two just say Babin's refusal to release Osu to police breach of law. How can the whole speaker be breaching the law? Javier Osuno Sawanya Bonia, like I told you, he's a personal friend. He's a personal friend, but Emra, you know, Emra, unze, oh yes sir, a free ne kono, oh ye bibia kra, then seriousness nefrim, because Sausi obey speaker. No Abuama Ghana Koso like he's been aggressive of late Nidia Mamra Nyejuma. Rule of law is the only thing that can make Ghana work again. Ghana yeah Juma 24/7 Ghana can never work if we don't allow the rule of law. Inti Manu, honestly speaking, I'm disappointed in the speaker. Kalu. Okay. I'm disappointed in the speaker. I think say what he's doing is uncalled for, and it's unspeaker like. If you like it, I'll put it that way. Say, a very unspeaker like Speaker of Parliament. You're supposed what it's for you to totally ignore law and say I won't release him because your Parliament proceedings. Me your Parliament say into a Parliament into and Rana Manu be say a very fine question. Say wakumobia wakum ne yira and I made a case ne diatonosa and then you still say every criminal case is criminal case, and if the member of Parliament has offended, he has to face the laws. And I think the speaker is setting a very bad precedence. Ghana in Mintibida. Mintibi say speakers the only thing we've heard is that sometimes they try to arrest the MPs without going through the speaker. And then the speaker will invite police or whoever to privileges committee. So now also unreleasing no. I think it's very unfortunate that Babin should bow his head down in shame.
Okay. Well, that's CP. I be call phone line so. I say I be call phone line so. Yeah. I'm break a crabby. I be call phone line so na. I telephone. Aba na bibi etumi akonkan nti mo wait my friend no man now wait my friend 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 Omo so ya sin eme de phone segment na no anochi trading any nabiam anochi de koda kujutwa nam pampano fish bibia obia no okujutwa omo be twa kama amawo na bibia tumi akonkan enti meko phone line so na meko fa ofrefo odikan na bibia tumi akonkan. So to be say me call line so bacho wa odi kind for critical when I odi first bacho ma anonko critical
and I say Oppo what to say
Kalusha ni Oppo here Kalusha de tie dwami
Kalusha
me ho ya pa baniko Rama to baso Rama owiana wakasa eti mundawe na ebe ya kwanja na nya akasa na bibia ya kama wai nti dwani de no doniti critical maniko
Yo Kalusha medase mo abaso say yimire bia mo ma ye kwan say ye me amekere ya adwen ewo nsema ekoso wo Ghana hano said me say na obi ka wo hono mo say speaker no or ye NDC adwuma ana wa set bad precedent amaya na me say na ono auto sa afre police fu bi so omumbra privileges committee me kwato police for no so mo be kwa na so mo ka so mo nkwa speaker na be ye ne de
so say police for no omo fetch abefa if so no contempt in the out of that nti omra ombi say bisa mun say 70 she say a going story ongoing story ekoso and we just looking for what will come out from that.
Yet parliamentary contempt. It is a Japan and contempt.
They could have informed him first as Rama Bechin, but they say the only imagine say out of that constitution say because of that contempt intina all can was some sound.
The patrol time one or demonstration on that parliamentary resume.
Demonstration or made demonstration not parliament resume but no Zavi so soon as man can remember now as man can say or more privileged committee be or and I say a ranking members committee BT no not parliament a day before now parliament be resume no mom they can't go here juma or parliament and that's what it was also saying about this whole issue.
You do come what the next speaker so parliament war. No, you see, no more move speaker fan the no man be the Ghana for one parliament. It's a parliament. Equal recess, not say your friends a parliamentary be a bona. This is a speaker bona maniansa. I mean, someone all kind of being here. Because all your NDC in one of the speaker, you know, or you see a friend say NDC for power. Now, on we are not about the catcher a friend say police force or Mumbla privileges committee. Or no between force police, the police in the cat on corner of what police in Nana, and I contempt the power bank, and not about what the police in you. It's about Bagbin, on guys are there now, or yan, on care who say, take the day NDC for cat before Nka forever, and also Akunyano on castle forever, 4 years, remember. So what you say? 4 years, remember, NDC will lose power, and from 4 MPP for the year, I don't think that have no mobile view. But on when any day, Sammy Gyamfi, or to say, Mr. Sammy Gyamfi, some more canoe. Let me say, who are baby because almost a more canoe, a do baby, and not because I question, do baby almost say, oh, I dare not, you're a Bahama and start here. Never Honomo Dada, a do baby almost say emphasis camera man for Butum. Oh, and to not end this before, yeah, idea emphasis camera man for emphasis camera man for Butum. So what I say, and this is for do baby a matter, or more like a friend say, a banner, economy say anything for problem war home a balance digitalization and this for problem war home and next young your friends have digitalization almost say South Africa for any access Tanzania for and you are any Dr. Gideon Waku there ever kind come also be so or so more would be no more and your mobile phone to mobile phone name young and your mobile phone to bank and out that from bank to mobile phone it is far different than it
Can you buy Chewa? Those who see my summarize 178 so now you're from Mama can why?
Me try first and me come ask them so then this is for catcher say and let's have a Ghana card no enter into passport so they said madam for a friend academic report as more can see nipa wo nkwa no oni agene so academic say motia na ade bi ye betimi aya ma ye yes, I have been in Konya. Kwamena the first bit my. Then is the phone you want to say, I can't do spirit. We say, evil spirit. Did be a by where we be about then it's for cat you maybe now that you know mother bomb chrono, we beat the head to child, I'm cat you from cat it's only bomb chrono. I mean, if you would have felt a fiasco, I'm a near another. I am a year more as you honor. I have book a feeling. At the end before there, or when you at the papa, they are doing a can say and any more margin because and your money here then, about a year. It's a Ghana for Nkrumah party near Tuaba, and my MPs and Tuas Group, near Tuaswa, Ghana, a bit, but that's only a miniature Juma.
That's it, but that's a critical now, say, or then I know this Abamuno, and see your coso now, Yakumodiako say. One about Humanisu, let me to me a conkai. It's Yagusa fa course, no, which means also call Tobase, Raman, Betmako, Ramako.
Kalusha, I'm a child, I'm a bomber, but I'm telling no opponents, now I'm telling ya, Manu to review a movie and a chomo and go and pull a unit to name, Banachi. Now, Mintia, the incoming national organizer, Joseph Yamin. Minya Kalusha, when we say that Mrano, a year performer to pray, and a best chef Ambran said, before the team that a parliamentary piano, this is who put you best speaker or not speaker, a more pint, ansana what makoti MP I ma kukwere sam na o che samra no ntuba kata na omuchi kene Japan no ano fre and no say nya contempt na that na samra no na nya mba yo na nya sam krista na samra na nya mba e so dunia ade kira samba ko ya chisa abi ebesinne pata obian no Ghana mbra oburu Ghana mbra so ela mi tibi se eye speaker so anka se already eye nyanya no nko nyanya no kura demonstration kura no nka ho ono oba de twa no nse ne peso so for eye ye kire ko mu sisi kai no me tai se be gu ko no si ye ela ka sa do bre ono ko ka ho no ka so mu ndu obu peso no mu ndu jano so ono ko nka ho ba enam se ni publish ni publish tintino ana mu ye ni fa ni lodom e ko pata to a na ya manyo sem ana mu di wura adenu e ya manyo sem na mu di wura adantina wa kire da ko speaker fe ko ya ye nyan fa so e bumra no mu nyan no CID ana ta mu nyan no police o mbanyi sem bia no adantina mu nyan botre e mo speaker release no mamo sorry down one na ko stega o dira sorry down extra bonfire ya sorry ko na mo kwa kwateno the speaker kata musu so mo bumra so a musu mo mbra committee na yo tutu manwa en kure ana to mo nya sa abutra ro tanka mo nya sa abutra na ndi mi se manucho ana ka Raman pacho enkofo betri bebeti ya na wabo nsem ni tete na amanfo so aba wai aba so amanfo jina so che kalusia me se ko mo nya abutra ana ko mo tie ba bi asem na nke wonyina ka emma ba na so mo nya abutra na so official machi ayo mu yodom ani tina ma mo ya de akofa sa asem wonyina da ba ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on so smart me kan chana for say o person yin mu so no presidential meeting no person o content nke o yin hu so wa da chen to yin wa mo bia hu eye live beat bi no mo ye and no ta the project of mu nyina ka na Bawumia de we Bawumia o ta to wa kidnap dollar ache party the key out to ade pia kwa kuma IGP no ka ta na dollar boy say let 3 cities 80%. And that's what a boy is. 20%.
Raman, for no see why for no see na will be for my. Me da see me. Aki ba mi abia masa na asem do mo bongala tu ba bi. Ba mi asem bia no fa kwa no. Me da see. Me da see p
Raman out in Kanu. Ojambema. Pemside TV. Pacho na do so. Maninko Ojam. Pacho Ojambema na do so Ojam. Ojam to menka.
Yo, ya me talk about and this for you be out.
Yeah, peace TV bariko.
Mama na wase media Anopa Bosuo official Bawumia Mr. Anoti trading na me na na me tia na me na me Anoti trading Anoti post me na na actually strategic sector content chairman or Usta House Financial now this action no and unia I about branch nipa on for the decision not so this beneficially I'm a Ghana American action na kujina mraso for them inclusive dia na sa na metia committee na secretary layers that kudia ana Japan opetumi meyi chama benalo tubosi yako tini transfer gata na mchiana na nyamika se ayia somwa ekoso bubu adan se yekochi member of parliament speaker something speaker ene so me yekochi master so enko bishop sumi etino yekochi master ni ka se so for sumi etino e ba say from bibi aba wa ya de enya o ma ne mra ana esi de yo enti say eti na ma hin ko dia ko e bani dia ta branch ya me ka ze me ko bi ko bi tini you so ko fit to be so me kan so me mra so ke me manen ko so e gran de mra the speaker ni ma no ye ne dia me ko bi so me tia ko enti ama mo so mo ko bi o mo kan so mo de speaker almost like number of parliament to know the state aboni. We saw the Kojo here. Oh, you know, police station. You see for bush speaker manager. One had the Kojo here or the country. You over police in America. Almost yes, I'm running. I ain't to about an hour. I'm on the court now. Say, na see the Jafo. So, more say you need to be busy. I'm on quantum phone. So yeah, I can say. This afternoon, I say yeah, NDP, you say NDP, and managing I am coming for. No good number, and Megana Manning because. And I mean, I used to be a new year of Ghana. Sabian tour. That's where you come up for all of them. If you only so empty now for your black for sale, major Cabia, meaning not your failure. So I put so major Cabia on Mukana. I don't think I'm Ghana. Now, Miss Alitigi Cops, I'm a Miko Johnson. Alitigi Cops, I know who said, I come and come up. No, part of it. CTV phone and young people about come on. You come from the part of the so CTP or MPP. That's the moment you almost take it. I'm only young CTP. So I'm not the correct position of party. One of comedian MPP. No performance to be about. You can allow for the chance and the video on the channel. But that's it.
Yeah, Medasi people apa yeah Ojambema Pemsan TV na oyenu. You call old man when I do so but your old man manenko. Old man
I Kalisha Medasi ya kwenya dia mame. Mamentia me godfather Mr. Dan Soft and also replies. Mamentia Sama 1 Sama Kojo of Gold Coast Kitchen and Restaurant Services. Opo Kalisha atunza market can semi baby. Na se Kalisha me tie minia oparia. Minia oparese aku. I don't know, meaning baby and now India. Abuga pele monyana na kufa na miachi omutu. Abuga pele mo asem no start NDC dam. NDC apply energy abuga pele mo court. Ebo beba be wie say NPP ba ko nyazo e dey dey lo mo ti asem ne anana kufa ne NPP ko ne mo rent next time no. Wo ba the cars in this I want check in the farm. Now on no kreno. What the NDC for Kaka, and Bawumia, and NDC Babyano, and forfeit. And Nema Mahama Baye, and the Bena, when was the last time I was party? And I empty before, making a prayer ready to cry for Mahama about so. Mona and now Kufa to buy, no. I will buy our best now, Kunyaso, didn't what I have of mine. As NPP Syria Colano, who broke a winter try and now before the but yeah, you Mahama, yeah. But no, since when I'm Mahama, why are they? Mahama is a bitch. What goes around comes around. You were Ghana. Yes, watching a friend saying,
my Jason, Obi, Wachi, but your Enyandu Swa, you know, me too, you know, that the boat, me too, Mike, you know, now, but your old Mark also.
Watching in this bell and Antwaka and Omoki can almost a papano. Oman Bo Mahama D and then Mahama. But in the NPP form, when he did a bonum in a Sydney bonum in a bonum Yamahama, and let the year campaign Yana and Yamahama. And Mahama Yepa, and soon as I sound another Lekano, no Mahama Obedia. Onobo kene Japan kwatina radio so TV so eso no video class video ni tre express mampeni eni we dadani ye no video class ya de e ma ge ni be de ni tin na dem to e be ma o video bi sa won famra abonten if the captain smart grab the car say won no video so obi o ku popone ni ma so di enya oba Ono if na ono so one na kufuado e na tibom ye plan na kufuado private get na do high na one get in the team because when you pictures again dey afa private get na dey call na one na captain get there ade no say here we to pictures hotel na pictures na get dey go abonte e no dey almost say end again me ko ai majority me ko MP ya ne so Anopa na mi tema asana let me tell Mahama Yarga was CS1. What is Professor Makokwe Kamano? And this Bakumaku 20 years from more police station. Professor Makokwe Amo Manko. What in the reason tell one more Manko? What trade constitution how we discuss FA parliamentarians? And was also trade himself.
MPs na mo so mo pese mo do mo ye rehwemu no so rehwemu bi na mo pese mo ye a ono ankasa no ne kemba e wo parliament ho no wo di amamo wo se 20 MPs na ye from ma ya ma o man ko jina no professor Makukwe office and what the ma police here the for any MPs ni yes investigation e di enti na interest o mo so ntimi nye the same thing nothing na yes ye dey ankofo gu ni sa ana ye kwatin de ko police station Olma,
bacho enkofo ego chebe benti ya na wasamaje sana kana bacho samaje na
we disappointed Professor Makukwe time we see anyone disappointed President Ben Abamba be set at all President na Makukwe be set to wa MPs yama obia yama police one be fa obia fa kono President na Abamba
Olma Mami misa question we you see in your own estimation me mente ayarega una so tie no say okasa no say Michael Kwe availing chambers for the police me pacho speaker Abambabe meba because Canada Japan kra no I have a story where Canada Japan kra was interrogated in parliament eno dey no kre but my question is Abambabe akasa ordene ni chambers ama police for ana what bisa or see the statement what is
Abambabe say what is Abambabe say for mo rehwemu bia wono no aka kire sia di for no mo parliament one say o mo hwehwe asemu what is Abambabe
listen I have a copy of Olma may say the callers name rebebre ntia yesua de I have a statement from Abambabe and the clerk Troya or see on release parliamentarian rather no ono so per article 122 into your free police for Erica Santene one another police o me face privileges committee meaning so or the another statement about now catch me they are fine but the statement that I have was say on release no
I think almost discussing last Friday crowd one Emma JSL presenters no kwana and discuss that I was one also was can't see the phone say the one of the media I didn't know community me see na ha ma yare ga da o say even Professor Makukwe the member and ma o nipa every 20 year from o mu bia no mo man police station
but
no one is
unim say case bi anso different unim say case bi anso different
and I'm saying because the front na the judges and then before na the pocket for na obani agro mo papa and the point the judges asama your friend court everything there go court the point the judges na dem e can
Olma yana ma onu si right
one go and then you to be hypocrite indeed o ma ba bon tin na keka sa se we o no kire japo your friend your friend o ko e police say ko e
Olma yana ma onu si right Olma hello yana ma onu si right Olma I'm off with you. Why?
I me can go to that. Me inform say MP my friend. No one is about the law. Adia wo ye as MP now or a lawyer no. We didn't say and say it. E think amenya gba na ko no ade no wan ko. But ono anfa no ho anko mu amra. Abamba be ne nya small yi say.
Olma ebedasi. Olma na mote nkan no they say your course na ya fa course no
okay
Olma ebedasi ebeda ye do Olma say wow abudi fala maniko
we encourage you to imagine my training and Costa, Maluki, and Costa, Minia, Oshuni, Remember, and Sammy, incoming national organizer, you take your knee, and then the empty allow to the house. It's actually Mamma. I'm a more question. I'm a more new, every one company said, yes, can you see that? Bawumia, Catholic, and the same national. National Discussion Center Accra when it is. I present Mama. Communication Dano S1. Come on, when it is. I present Mama. Then to stop on many MP, Muke, and Muka, 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 What is Tajidana? I don't Mahama.
When you get American power party, car power, when they become a power, they have a theater too. When you have Eastern Corridor Road, when you have or picture beyond some way, second interchange, interesting. When they see 123 senior high school, when they see a hospital, hospital, Bank of Ghana hospital, the better that is starting down. I don't know Mama. Good Mama, I think of my 14 necessary 40 e-block. For finish, the matter time of the document. So, the second state hospital, one teaching us, one teaching Ramsey, every time to come by again on my Bawumia economy, we see what I did, your friend is dollar, the dollar and Argentina. In the business is in Nana, you don't come out at a church, in the middle of the business is our money. The economy, the Bawumia is more than for any pushing the national economy. So, in the Bawumia, the church economy. So Johnny told a bit no, who said in month for a demonstration, no, tonight, so Munkin, the body in Anu, no Mutatan, would you attend to come out speaker? I'm a speaker to a young into Muna with there. Now, Papa, your friends are sorry, then, no matter
how do fella? I decided some of us so me demonstration. So sooner and no call, I got permission from the police or pursue a demonstration, and that is all coffee issues or coffee so me a demonstration and you know correct or not a seeking permission.
Okay, so any amount for a demonstration here. You born in India. Bakumipa, Wabokron. Let a mother speaker. Let speaker say, I would follow and cast our Bokron, almost say. So call a demonstration. That's it. Okay. I have some America. You see, there were Bokron Wakumi Empire and Cassandra. We have parliament to be somebody, Master Parliament. No speaker. I was the parliament in our Cassandra. No, who should move into Munabutre. Speaker, and no, you should move your appointment, Midamu. No matter not to the Midam. Tell me what channel. I am one of the Abra and Robert Ghana, the Gray, you Ghana for insecurity person, and in a police for a mountain. I have policy, no, without them, but the son of the corner, young corner, 2024, Mukoshero, and Wilson, Ghana 40, John Dramani Mahama, any NDC, how you question, and it's a trying to send a Nadu, what is a chicken fruit room, when it's a what brony, everything you know me, every Ghana for there, 2024, a year, I know you know, a year, a burial to Mama, and the years out. Kalusha Mugubeti, Idati.
How do file? I don't know. After the file, better I say. Kojo Poku Mahala, Bacho, what I do, Sumanenko. Kojo Poku Timenka. Kojo Poku Timenka. So Kojo Poku Timenka, there, Sammy. What's it been coming and call Sammy? Hello, Sammy Timenka. Yeah, Kojo Poku, say, what's it been coming and call Kojo?
And just on Conefu or to Kumabra Unity Radio to my 4 any 2 years, collect me now. So be I want to be and Quanum, but Bibia will be a pocket Ghana and so on. To my person. Well, Kalita, make one make them to know. Yep, a part of suit and out of two. Only a Ghana Emra. Demonstration who can't all quality permission. Now the quality of demonstration. It is all quality permission and no quality demonstration now. A transfer quantity attack, one question. Emma, man for a block who can tell you by a man for I don't know demonstration now. Demonstration, I am a Ghana, you won't go beyond quantity attack. I am quite good by the action. I'm a block coin. Once I block a choir, Elizabeth Mapos for Kwamena to my subject. None is that one. It is what I am and done somewhere else here. Not Bagbin, although no one does it. It is a Bagbin. And no police one has all years. Bagbin, oh, I didn't know own any Panama. The best I ever found. I tell you about the fear and I'll tell you. I'm telling you, it is a lucky one. It is a yeah, Papa, Alambabin Pasua Chaser, and ran a name of anything. And I remember Kojo Pokunam Koya, but this American come Kojo.
eti ekoti so fidi ati wonder or parliament nti ono de ati akyanka ya besre tamu na mo chamra na na ba jenya yo form na ba be dia chamra ni timu ala se ye huza sa ono ko chamra no emra na ti no nti wo wo se no ba ya den eti ati ya papa ni eni de nyamye nu kwani anka ye kete eti da wo bi ona de betmi aja ati so na nyina ye nyina ye dia ti ati na zango dati da ati da ko do boku zo ko de permission to ko demonstration ma kai se ye papa yo ko chamra we ti ni ni kwa sa be yeta ade ti no ko de permission na we demonstration ko ti ko no bo ba no ko soja e wo kwa e papa eti so bi ko to mu no ko wi ano so ba ni dai amra na e se ni ni mu no ka Ghana card na ye se ade ba ya passport no ko ba ni de mi da mesre Ghana empe ye nyenu sa time no Siano ya wa unyenye maeta kana kimifana ntuma pasa. Siano ya papa na na kwa kufado. Nyama uja kwa mpya wali je unye no titu. Asuku foda ya usisi ya unye. Sasa kana ode bale sa nyama woni na kwa wie school no. Na nkola ne achu ya chifo no. Omunya ba bi ntia enko sma dia maye tete dia na na kwa kufado. Waye ya na ba bia wati. Enu ya friend so waye aduma pa. Na yenji ya passport na ni amfa ntutu ya kwan enu mo ne be boy kan say ya ko tam tika tutu ya ko fa Ghana card say ya de kwa de kita de ben de be no de me gidi se emwaye ejumu mi nko kwa ya be fa so Ghana be fa ntuma fa masa kamisha muni ya me edmo
yo meda sifa Kojo pokura na mate kan daddy boat mpacho o na do so man nko daddy boat. Hello daddy boat. Ibrahim tibe kama nko.
Yeah.
Ibrahim manko.
Yo Maliko ame chewa ndani nyumre na membo wa baso na menkankiro se endi foyi na ane MPP fo amufre wo show so mi chobia na mi chi America fo na mpacho nde yini na opo yantinenka o hotel ni hoye
opo sha na hoye pa
ayo ande inchani bin kwa mano ande I think se mantiman flomo ntino maya mfanchana na ma issue ni de mi de ko na membo mpaye mamu na mi kan kira Ghana ni biya se yiki Ghana hai urano obia shemrase ko amira nimno se enye ko papawo by the only thing is yini yana yesi o parliament o na police for ko chini na nyemra kwanso no ana eni constitution no bobrano ene se eya sam kakra dia ebe frama ande obia kanidie na mi de mi problem ni na se Ghana problem se enye kasawo Ghana how enye kasa Ghana how say ye nyina ye fisi se be fisi dia Dr. Bawumia se woni nam na o ba radio o ba betina ho na o fra manfo na mo betie na fi film mbadie odi jai sai ne mana mi Ibrahim den kamepe sa Ghana card ende ya Dr. Bawumia ko kase ebe kakra no na passport kura hunya Ghana card yedide ne ye Ghana card nye passport ne ye ani ye bestek afede ka kire se ukura registration kura obekoko ye sim card registration kura no se nye Ghana card a untimi ye Kwanfa enu mutima enu no so munnim so munkwa ne onyansa dodo se fen o mintimi hu aya da bia me kama kan se asamde ye sha dro baji wa kimma nti do sabamen tenzama o kika nyina no to onnim se no ngwase na omupa ma no nti na nim ngwase do to no da bia ye no yodom koka na odi me ka na obeka so na no ube ka keze se sa card ne kutaya eti se passport ana obi ba ka che se ukata nya kure obi abayi no se sasa na ukani nya kure wan uje no ngwase do bataba me dingie no ngwase tuuma cho mayuni na misi se wonim bibia wan fa de adesuya de omudi ye adesan aluma ama no bia na omudi be ye no ude uwa ha ube hu de betudo sabamia mini amalito nyami fanti ono mini afufuro mrawa yakobon kam nyami chama nyami mamu nyini chewai
yo you better see pa nti daddy boat se otimen kan dia manko daddy boat daddy pa babu baza bacho otimen kan manko.
Mr. Kalu net saying yakobon adumo na so
Nyamiato.
Bawumia nko.
Niabema lecture no so on chat ni abri a kasa den. I don't get him, bro. Yo, now confession han be kasa. Maintenance, one confession be kasa. Obi a ono wabe traje mami atiasi and communicate so abenya butrata chiremu at the second time. Now on pay we na dey dem na pay. Because the Bawumia yan obi en wo betuma ye bi Ghana ho. Now first no kra ukotogo ha ya omo ID quarantine. Ukwa bija omo quarantine. Una street kra na those time na na mukwa bija kwa so mi do meti no omko. Bra uni quarantine e be show. No be the Yabama system name running at the young to one of Casa Sara on Tia say Bawumia, go on and Kalaka.
I tell for month and chain a phone a problem, but then you go say a pick a course in tea. Pick a cutting tea. Mama America crana, a good sweat, a America crabina, it is made in Abbey. Hello, Bajo, what's in car?
I'm a tonka.
Pacho Manico, Daddy Boat Manico.
You can now,
Baba was a very boat to us. The Babaza also. Babaza out to car. Hello, Babaza out to car. I don't make another boat man call.
You can say na meka na mentia na mentia adika mfo omoji manu kan e mo muji machi awo mu banyina MPP ma o mu kurum ho mentia o mo na mentia eye etimu afo sina kawisa ndisi fo no sabi bi mu anika bi mu susu mu asere papa na bi mu susu nyu serious ba akokra yeti kurum ha ana wudi fe abefre insecurity ena wa obeka ka na samre ya juma na wa so so sai ka sa uma mra nya juma na no insecurity na o sora o kan ni tini ni na ne kon we ana brofo no na ya ne de se onka insecurity ni bi so wa sha se so wa ka se ai ela MP o ko ni fi oduro na mu ye demonstration ena obeka wo bon fufu na ye ka sa ndi si fo no bi ma bon na ye ka o mo ti ase ni bi no police station or na de nsa ko she mra se so bibi e be sidi ayan frɛ no enti South insecurity insecurity nya adwuma na so obi akomiti a ye se bra na be check de ntia na ne ma ne ko so a nka wo wo ti pro security wo be se justice nya adwuma no nya okra na nka wo be ko ja papa ne kan se onko no ngo yi na no nso na ujira o ka se onko jira na de sha wo be ka se insecurity o mo nya serious ndisi for no ye woman especially Sammy Gyamfi class omo nye serious se what ya say dey na ye pese yenko yanim ne de Malaysia ya example ne de we ya example na wo chief akwa wo nsie bibi na wo nye bibi no wo ele na wako wani so mra so say ye nsisi ya so ma ndi ko no kan se ko no ma de no say ye de mo ma ba nti ntro ni bebe ene akasa nko na aka omo wow omo ni ne pa bia ma ye kan se ebe ojide Bawumia nemo no dibe ku akwamu yi ana na meka na no po ya so ma say send atade ba akwa mu bia o send mi sika ma me through internet ya de ya juma ya bi so what ya say bobi owo ni bobi no mi timi fa kanko so ma to atade amu bi sisi ama ji mi sika so what ya say ye ni abra ya pe mputu ama tima mufu ye ni abre pa na wa de ni say akwa ya fa nko ara o ma ni ya una unya kwa obi susu ya de popro national cake na so ye chane kakanga kantu di amaya nya mre na nya jide wa boy nim se na mi so di hunu na o de gu akwa mu no odi ebe bam anke ndi si di omunya o masem omunni ka sa enema ba omunya de ebe gu akwa mu ya no fa na asia se o masem sa munnim je wo digitalization wunti muti o ana eden tokwa mu masem ko ri court a ye se mu people sinya so asie du kwatia se kwa japan ye bam no free court no chance ye ni abra ye keka ni magoma ye send mo mprefo I check figures no na muti tachima ye fon tokwa munnim hwe mu pe bebi se de ade ba so mudi mu be shema na man na kom ne ani brele
Casadete, or my munashi, that be on my munashi, and no one will munti. Ya dey for babia no na mu chim ko babia ye nse mo twa mo bedi ye ya tia na mo de o mo di ko ti sika tisiri di pa $72 million. Somebody buy software am asnet for they see na skill driver kwa mu di bi be kire ma che sika na di abaya ka do man so e be ku fa do oku and this in your party be I said this time ya dey o mo so because ntro ni adada bia be ti so mu a this is Sammy Gyamfi when your position ya won say any awon da abale so and say or we radio so not to stop up as in be listening line for not dey be hati mamu ko ni any ablo we we say ni power ku fa do mamu ole na MP mamu nti esi eji o mo chini ebo o mo na ntutu e popo o mo di be go akwa mamu o na fa ni ntuma kwa afia no eno ne ye hwe nti nya o mo de na o mo na m nchen e ka mu kai na wo ye MP na wo ni mu mra wo na wo se wo ni mu mra yento aba man samra na ko bumla so ko ko nge so udika na ba mebele na de owo one time pe no be kan parliament wo iti eso odi ni post ono wu ni wo so oni na NDC no one time no be kan parliament wo na kan na de ye se ba oba wa de pa ko na no so ta wa de asiste no only chako tubancha o se ni dia SNDia ta se be se ba jan fo fla manaji na ba won chawa wa de aso no o tubanchi na no o chaso no ato abala to atene iwe ofisa abana na ma bancha abana be se for my want to know bi na ye abamba be because you say we the last I don't know
oh daddy boat
the position was say president new oka leaders wunti or south 2 million be se ni hu ni onya ne ho na gba ni time a o kan nti ye na say only ni post mra be ya ma so o ma ga na say with us Kolisha
mera mesu da wasi pa daddy boat Babu Baza sauti enka online drop enti obetumi afre ye back nche ye de djumadi ni bebe wie ba opo o announcement ba ku mienu bi afafam na Babu Baza
me say mona ya na mo sorry ba program no yes so more summary point sane issue fa calls you ya na wati pandit summary point ne sorry mo de fa calls na mo ko hihye kitchen ho yeah but I think it's a couple of messages too. David Broni, the message very nice one. David Broni say Opo, the vice president's knife cuts along the gamut of all angles.
This is what
Nakalusha, what's coming over you? Gamut of all angles. He announces any policy the government deems it so important to be done by the VP. Thereafter, the other government agencies then come in to disseminate the info, just as Kojo Nkrumah is doing. As to the vice president abandoning his economic guruship for cyberspace, that is where he belongs. I see no personal into Bawumia IT specialist. Is that
switch on the back?
No, switch. Bawumia qualification. Go on Google. Bawumia master in a Bawumia. You see, yeah, Mama Yen Kano Ukrainian set a record straight. Me area. That is the point. Bawumia and switch. And switch as Mkradi Alpha Twinche. Bawumia and cyber space and a budget power free and this in some a campaign. He based on economic lectures or yeah. That is how Bawumia belong to Bawumia. Who told you that Bawumia or your IT specialist? No, that's not Bawumia's area specialty. Yes, that is where he belongs. I see no personal image projection of Bawumia. I only see him magnifying the image of Ashiasi University. Bawumia is the best known name. I say Bawumia is the best known name in Ghana besides Akufo-Addo. Please come again. That is fine. That is I'm say Babu Baza.
Babu Baza mpacho line drop enti wetuma akoso 12 times na fi information.
Adnyo I'm say 202 I drop
it. No man I drop it opo.
Yeah. I appreciate David's opinion that the vice president can say whatever. Messi to me, and people should understand say yeah programmer. Everybody apart from facts, what we call facts and what we call opinions. What I say, I personally believe, and I still hold on to that this is not a job for the vice president. There are a lot of pressing issues the country is facing right now that
Okay.
If it happens that way, then we are paying people for nothing. So Meme Felice, that is my personal opinion. David can hold his own assertion that he sees nothing wrong. That is his opinion, and I respect that. Babu Bazar can also hold his opinion and say, Bawumia is the best thing to have happened to Ghana. The honor you be to me. That is opinion, and I respect that. But personally, I feel that we have a government to run. Government, branches to say DSO. Ne mind, it be on the function, it be on the Juma. Oh yeah. What I say, if they feel it is okay for them, I 100% respect that. But I personally believe that it is a projection. And David doesn't know, but Osi Bawumia is the best known because he's the second vice president. Aliu Mahama, wasn't he the second best known name under Akufo? What happened when he didn't get projections such as this? Did you ever see Aliu Mahama doing any national lecture like this to project his image? This is a big time image projection. He's a communicator, and I was on your PR, so I understand. David Broni should know what he's talking about in terms of image projection, because everything in communication space a projecting it, and for you to do a big lecture, that is the topic of the day. You think if Bawumia didn't do this, everybody will be talking about Bawumia. Go to Ghana and listen to 100 radio stations. 99.9 is talking about this and talking about Bawumia. So that is name projection. So what is he talking about? If you do PR, you understand how to build images. It is an image projection. So I totally disagree with David when he talks about, say, it is not magnification of Bawumia, but rather Bawumia is the best known name. Fine, he's the vice president. But now everybody's talking about Bawumia. Why? Because he did a lecture. So that is image building in public relations. And then to Olumai. Olumai did say something about Michael Okwe Bresso, MPs 20. You see, ma Ghana for yenye hypocrite. Say yes, kroni yanko yenim da. Because if Michael Okwe did something, na say nya. Are you telling me? Na me kind Bagbin press statement bi ananu ya mama ya oka se parliament corruption. Okay, say you na say corruption ni ade. If we are corrupter, e better na yetumi rule. Oka so be say parliament we am a parliament we take the space in which it belongs in the Ghanaian society. It is also who be shishemra who be ma parliament enima benyam na parliament etumi ayade esese omo ye no ma gain respect esese omo gain in society. Now you are the same person breaking law and you have people justifying say Michael Okwe Jr. You see, and can I me person metie say Kalusha oteme na me person ka metise Olumai ka say Michael Okwe ka say onjai omuma. There are different cases. Once I send you or a banner say investigations are. Your investigations now or your party of interest now say per se. Your about officer you bet me about office abe interview. Aha, Nkrumah FBI ni adi nyina nko amanfo fe. It depends on the case. The veracity of the case will determine say police for abe frawa baho. And now, if you're under criminal charge, if you're a suspect and we need to arrest you, into case be anko, into untumin kasa na no na police force or more shisha semu, no mu here parliamentarians 20 into omu call parliament because never disrupt to parliamentary service inti. And to win so acquire criminal act which the police say were also destruction to public property and also yamra parliament. No, there are differences in cases. That is what we should understand in any case. Said about Michael Okwe Jr. cry no na enya. Inti Ghana the end means Sanda. Ghana, should we keep repeating what Anano the way ya? That is why we are always on the heels of the NPP because they condemned NDC to death, which of course they had the right because there were so many scandals under Mahama that went on that we talked about. So we gave power to them until we expected them say omuno abani this scandalous behavior na characterized within these emba NPP mobile. So if it's coming, we have to talk about them. Sana o mine move on now to me say Michael Okwe Jr. ye say it is a Michael Okwe Mrs. Jr. sorry only a senior son ban free zones for free zones authority board penny no it is a Michael Okwe nenya should Bagbin do it whilst you gave us a nice speech now we are saying oh reform parliament oh better parliament gaining respect and reputation that he deserves and all that. No, I am mama fire party something to now you Ghana first. If MDC did it, MPP did it, and it's not good, NDC does it, it's not good. It's not good. What is good can never be. What is bad can never be bad. Be good, and what is good can never be bad. enya the fact say oye Michael Okwe no ye no na say enya and in any case no na me di ka kire mu say eno no say yes ye investigations now didn't come up e betimi aba ofie o hu dem eja no your case bia we dey say ono na be sign say or call demonstration and na video surface say or can say obe block route police force will block route e unlawful and o masa hye niam o quota so into a criminal charge bra betro say statement na yema bill. And then you are telling me, oh, Michael, okay, parliamentarians 20 into yes, no, Mama Yen Ghana home first. Now, rule of law, Nyejman. There be a Mushep Chenny Jonas video, Moniaji 24/7, and ye be a rule of law. Emraye Juma say, yes, ye party atadie. Aha, the Amakrune, no, some me, Oppong National, me a Democrat in Nami Yadiana and Kwasiasama Sebi. Democrat for support to me. No supporter will root behind you. So you're Republican, you know you are there. Sana Nkrumah Hamrate. I mean, New York, Wadam Viana okay. Andrew Nkrumah somebody. Biden was the first person to tell him to resign. But he had the power to resign or not. He chose not to until later part now no resign here. What I say? Hasn't charges been pressed against him? Yes. And Quebec so sitting government and the governor, the biggest city in America, New York. In Tinkobe shield no. Did he shield him? No. Enti se enye mama yinsua sa de no se Michael Okwe yi bi kura na enya eni se ka se Michael Okwe yi bi nti do we move forward or we move backwards nti yinsua sa de no kalu quickly announcement de na wo ka no nyame ya adoma Ebenezer Mafo na yi ni ma me yi ne baso India Center nyame ya adoma memendebe na kwesi ara wakwa sorry wo
8-2
Lighthouse 6-1 6-1 Nsia to bet me start CG League combination
powerful
CG combination ti Saturday ti yenyina imrania meta inu abema nechi yeah ewo na yere de Monica Oparibia Monica Oparibia yeah Oparibia Monica Oparibia.
Say, hey Kalusha, can you bring your boss to a modicum of the temperance,
modicum of temperance. David Broni. Oh, and
nice David Broni.
David Broni is an astute person. He's my senior brother in the same industry. David Broni was being changer.
Okay.
One of the finest journalists you can ever meet.
Scott Safoso.
Yeah, I totally disagree with the opinion. I believe Bawumia is the best vice president Ghana has ever had. You have to know that there is no defined job for a VP. So, so the vice president can assign any job to the VP. The president can assign any job to the VP. This is where Bawumia comes in with his expertise in solving Ghana's problems through digitization. I have followed him very long, and I sincerely believe that there are some of the best procedures through digitization to solve Ghana's problems. I have propagated this for long. Ghana on the move. Scott, no, I love the digitization. It's already started making, but I feel that he wasn't the person to do the presentation or whatever. That's my opinion.
Okay.
And I mean, I also respect his opinion.
Okay. Thank you so much. I felt for
Sofo Isaiah K. Graham. Yeah. Program no shasi ochina. Until he's going to be on Ohima Heti's show today. In fact, Papa no nyame sound so. You know, unim sa me time pe. But you know what I mean.
Yes.
But yeah. Until ochina program no SSO be a try say obey or say or 1070 Pleasant Street. 1070 Pleasant Street.
Time
and you miss 6:30 to 8:30. Just 2 hours. Come and pray for yourself.
Okay.
That's all you are doing.
Okay.
Or see, unzo kind. Or see, time over season
of lost time.
Yeah. As a mra, washri ni nyoma ese kaunsa kan.
Let's say 2 days and then
Friday, Saturday, 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
Until you be ko bi ewia na ko eyi no.
Okay.
Yes, a bompire, who the major. Dimpire, numpire, wimpire. So for a fellow, Apostle Isaiah K. Graham, we a 2-day prophetic and divine encounter. Theme no restoration of lost years, authority over time and season. Yeah, very powerful theme. Yeah, and just like Oba issues are no kano. So you better go there because new be but I think it's a good man of God. Fre, the number here 609-933-2318 609-933-2318 and on Figana na so ametia sorry obey program keke obesan ko enchekra nti 1070 Pleasant Street tomorrow 6:30 to 8:30. Come and meet the man of God na bebo mpaye Timmy Charles Scott Safu yetene kache and say the chronicle and articles I love reading them. I feel David, I salute you. Me am Afro. Text to number mama say and
the fellas you know last message you know
Felix Scott Safu.
There be another guy be a friend
Nakayans. Oh, you have the
someone Joe I met you say the papano at that time was diversionary tactics deployed by the MPP and work for them. But now, Serwaa Broni issues here with us, supported by pictorial and video evidence. This is rare, Papano. I'm for a sarcastic. Aha, and I remember how Kaima, your day, Jumediano, Abana, yet. And see,
MPP for no papa buy so musum. What is good for the goose
is good for
the But me, I don't discuss those things because I personally feel it's their private life. A woman somewhere in Nipa, they have to lead by example. But Nipa, David David was the greatest king, right? God loved him so much before Oman about Solomon Besi Diamond. But God loved David so much. Onu kwasa odi obaj ema de masa eto ene odi ahinkane nana ba conference de omo aggressive news no
kwame
bibi oh ya na me refindi omo kan news na omo kan eto like taxi ho asem omo ashada ye eto san eto de huhura ena eto de exams wo odi ahin one na kwame amoza right
kwame amo
yeah
all right how did you make the ABC enti ebe fisu akono ye ka fa news bebe da obi bia ase se utie yen na obi bia koso side media so en kan say dan auto repairs so you know so boy e ma di dwumadie ebreu enti ha na me dwumadie no besi ene na me na me di dwumadie hu chia me di King Kalusha obetumi afrɛ me King K for short Oppong national and also it's a change a position of a other side of the na remember other side. Panicho Magandi Tatarito Bempem once a Musta Massachusetts. Maybe I will be a rich yaw. Moi Moshe moi more comments by my other and say afraid by say Utino one corner maybe I busy. Send a message here. When so Utino one corner. Yen Chinchan Sono, Yan Konkofa amount for news. Embra. I say news na bad dey say the tokwa ebeba enti ha na did we dey nibesi within the King Kalusha once again makramo mama bai ye kwa kofa peace news peace FM na bibia to me akọ enkan amamo enti say the dey sika no so when they saying a prayer say one for us because enu so ehunya mai pa say e betumi di edi juma die no enti ye kwa kofa peace news makramo mama bai.
Climate change conference ekoso ewo Glasgow Scotland May mono wono omo bi etwetwe nkomo ne no che se oyi South Africa man no